Sorry about that. My apologies. I was running a little bit behind. My tracking phone did not quite want to work correctly. The vagaries of being a VTuber. Welcome, Lord Brown Bear. Welcome, Tunwin. Good to have you both here. I hope you can hear me all right. Again, I'm still fiddling with the mic and camera setup, so hopefully everything is still coming through all right. And I'm getting a little better tracking is hopefully what I'm aiming for. Sound is a bit loud on the games part. Well, it shouldn't. I think that's just because it's the opening. Yeah, I haven't adjusted any settings. Let's just get out of the main loading screen because that loading screen is pretty loud. But I hope you all have been having a great week, and I hope you all have a glorious weekend. We're going to be doing our stream today, and then we're going to be having plenty of fun on Sunday when we get a long stream. Now, where were we? Right, we had finished up. Oh, right. The precarious hold. There's some strangled Aedyran back here. We have that to deal with. We have the bounty to deal with, and I think that will be everything that we have left in this area. Let's go. Oh, hello.
Ready, aim.
Pop it open for me, Kai. Hold on. I'm seeing some lag. Why am I seeing lag now? Hold the phone. Why am I seeing lag? What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Oh, come on. This was working fine 2 days ago. Hold the phone. Oh God, everything's okay. Hold on. We're having some problems. That. No. Why am I having? It's not even at max resources used. Everything's just lagging for some fucking reason. What the hell? The only thing that isn't lagging is my internet connection, but everything else is running slow as balls. What the fuck is happening? What in the hell? I am so sorry about all of this, guys. We weren't having any problems 2 days ago. Literally none. Okay, and the game is running fine. It's just the model that's... What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Let's drop it back down to that. Apply changes. Okay, that seems to be doing well, but I didn't change anything from last time. So if I bump it back up... Nope, it's definitely... Okay, it's definitely that then. All right, let's drop it down to 60 and see if that helps. Oh, wow. Okay, everything seems to be working. Ugh, my apologies for that. All right, where the hell are we? Right, dealing with it. Oh, wait, is this the way we're supposed to go, or is there another direction? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, common swords. Gain 1. Thank you. Still, I don't like... I don't... I don't know, Lord Brown Bear. It's one of those things where it's like, I watch a lot of VTubers, and I know some of them handle scuff, like, before they get on stream, but I've only got about 3 hours to stream, and I always feel really bad if too much of that is taken up by, like, me trying to handle shit and the scuff issues and all that. So, I don't know. I just feel bad when that happens.
Stand back.
It's especially aggravating when it's like, everything worked, I didn't change anything, I load it up, and then everything goes wrong. Okay, we need... Go. There we go. What is... Why is there water down... Why is there a ladder into the water down here is the real question. Oh. Okay. I can't fucking see anything. Even with the bioluminescent fungi, there doesn't appear to be anything down here at all. Wait. Aha. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. The sound of the loot is muffled in the water. So wait, that does feed into my theory that our character is actually hearing the loot. Like, he actually hears hidden loot. That's actually fucking hilarious. What does this do? Oh, wait, that's probably a trap, isn't it? Yep. Oh, wait, no, that turns that on? Huh. Chat isn't up, by the way. Oh, shoot, I forgot I turned that off. And we'll keep the box off. I think we've been doing fine without the overlay. It just doesn't work very well for Avowed. Hopefully it'll work better for other games. I almost want to bet that that thing will come on. Whoa, that's where we're going. Oh God, that's a big bridge. There's the other end of the, huh. It occurred to me, can we get down there? That didn't even occur to me to try and get into the water over there. Huh. Maybe that'll be something we try today. That sounds like a good idea. Oh my God, I can't see anything. Thank you for the light. Crumbling journal. Brothers and sisters, my band found these ruins in a sorry state, though the mechanisms within still serve their function, if that function was to block the way to the Aedyran. Through a clever combination of repurposing what was left behind and a few additions of our own, we were able to get this place into a proper functioning order. The trick is simple. Now that the hard work has been done, activate the essence generators with a strong jolt and the way shall open. If you're unable to wield magic, worry not. Simply search for the electric lilies. Their seeds erupt with lightning when thrown against a surface. Do this, and you too can follow in the footsteps of those long past. Nice. Thank you for the vessel bone. What is... Okay, hold on. This goes...
Here it comes.
Thank you, Kai. Is there anything under here? Behind here? No. Oh. Aha. Oh. Let's see. Ah, more loot. Yes. Gimme. Golden scaling. More upgrade materials. Nice. Oh, sweet. Let's keep moving. Ah. So another one. Does this one work? No. What? F. Sorry, I kept hitting E. Oh, okay.
Aye, aye.
Kai, if you would be so kind, please. And then that one, for some reason, was just off. Wait. Switch us over to our grenade. Aha! Ah, so that's where that's it. Oh, okay. We have to be careful with that. Oh, I think I can burn our way through that. Grab the scan bomb. Nice. So now, keep hitting E. Why do I keep hitting E? Shoot it off. Bada boom. Strangled Andra. See, this is the thing, though. If... Oh, there's the... Are you kidding? The lag is back. Are you kidding me? All right, fine. Change it back to 60 then. Okay, we good now? Those machines, I have to admit, feel a tad wonky because, let's face it, very gameplay-esque. Yeah, but at least they tried to provide some kind of explanation, like, hey, somebody came through here before and purposely set these up to work this way. And let's be honest, they do look fairly Animancers-ish. Like, they definitely look like something someone from Valia would set up. Now, okay, this is something that I do find interesting, though, because it's called Strangled Aedyran, which would seem to imply that the land is what's damaging the Aedyran. But the voice in our head seems to be attached to the land. So is she doing this on purpose? Or is this something that she was not intending? Or is it something else?
Something happened here.
I mean, yeah. Oh boy, are you actually going to give me answers, or are you going to be vague again?
Both. Voices. Arms building a wall.
Okay, so that's the Pargrunan dwarves.
The ruins sleep in the field now, the only proof they lived. How do we leave our mark upon the river of memory?
Lead by example, remember for our principles, we live on through the relationships. When we lead by example, we are remembered for our principles.
Planting seeds. The body dies, but ideals persist. Your clarity of vision soothes us.
And we got some Aedyran.
Some kind of power on the way.
I mean, you call it power, but...
Now the Aedyran has flowers on it. Does that about sum it up?
Okay, yeah, the music is still really loud for some reason. It's like way louder than it's been in the past. I mean, I like the music, don't get me wrong. But, okay, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna up the voice volume slightly, because I could barely hear Marius when he was talking. So hopefully that came out better. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. So it doesn't actually show the city until you go there, because it's almost like you have the map of all the terrain, and then as you go to places, it shows that. Oh, okay. It does have a... Okay, so we can access that. Wasn't there... Oh. Yep, all we're missing is the bounty. That's the only thing that's left. Nice. Honestly, as I'm almost done with the game, final area feels like it. Avowed 100% feels to me as a beginner-friendly introduction to Aedyran. Gameplay is easy to get to, mechanics are easy to grasp, abilities and classes are limited. This makes people interested in making PoE 3 after Avowed would be a genius move. I hope you're right. At the same time, I don't know. I'll reserve judgment until I get further in. I feel like it's a good start, but I also... How the hell did we miss this? Wait. Why do I feel... Oh, there's definitely something over there. I don't know. At least at first, I almost feel it's the opposite. I feel like I appreciate Avowed a hell of a lot more because I played Pillars 1 and 2. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of people who go into this. And quite frankly, when they're going to start looking at the whole Oblivion versus Avowed situation, and they're going to come down on not liking Avowed. I don't think they're right, but... Like, there's been a lot of fucking bitching and moaning online right now. I've been doing my best to ignore it. Because personally, I agree with you. I'm having a great time with this. I'm having an amazing time with this. And thank you all for being here with me. Alright, let's drop down. Okay, so this is the gatehouse. Yeah, that's the gatehouse to the other side of Paradise proper. Then what the fuck is this? What y'all doing over here? So there's another plant. Ah. Maybe that's Settler's Arrow. Perhaps, let's face it, none of that is Obsidian's fault. Just saying what I think Obsidian's idea of the game is. I agree with you. And when you play, you can go, aha. Aha, that is that. Yeah, I guess. I agree Avowed is easier to pick up than PoE, but that's more aiming for a wider audience than it is setting up to serve the CRPG crowd. Obsidian is corporate. They're going to prefer the former from now on. Yeah, they do work directly under Microsoft now, which has its own implications.
I can't believe we're stationed up here, so far from the city. Did we piss off the captain or something?
Oh, hush. You're acting like we got sent to Shatterscarp with Gallowayne's tusks.
Might as well be. I mean, is it so much to want to sleep in a decent bed with a proper meal in my belly?
People like
So is this just the... Oh, Emerald Stair Gatehouse. Oh, okay, so they actually have a whole... Oh, there's even a merchant out here.
Hail, friend. Always nice to see a fellow traveler out here. Where are you headed?
I'm going to be heading to Fiora Mesiverno.
Truly? Then we're heading the same way. Though Emerald Stair is not my ultimate goal. One of my ancestors apparently grew up in Solace Keep, deep in the Living Lands. I hope to find this place.
Why exactly? Well, the way that's phrased sounds stupid. She literally just told us.
It's my ancestral home. Sure, I may have grown up in Stalwart, but I'm Pagroon through and through, just like the dwarves here in the Living Lands.
If your ancestors left Solace, it isn't your ancestral home anymore.
Some things never change. Whether I'm here or back in Stalwart, it's always the Pargrunen that make me question this journey.
And how did you even learn about Solace Keep?
Fair question. Not something you'd expect someone all the way in the White March to hear about, hmm?
And actually, to get back to your point, Lord Brownbear, I would have to do like a deep dive on all the marketing material that Microsoft did, because I'm worried they're the ones who started pushing the whole, it's a Skyrim killer, when it's fucking not. And if that's the case, then this whole thing that is blown up on the internet regarding Avowed and comparing it to Bethesda titles is entirely Microsoft's fault.
After my grandmother was taken by the Usher, I found her mother's writings, centuries old. They talked about a home her family left when she was just a child. And from that moment, I knew I had to return.
I think it'd be cool if they made the game system broader, add other class abilities would do brilliantly, but making it deeper would probably be against the design philosophy. I mean, adding more archetypes would be interesting. Having like a cipher skill tree in addition to the warrior, ranger, wizard setup. Something like that. People always compare it to Bethesda titles because people are like that. Oh, I'm not doubting that at all, Tenwin. It's more the way that it seemed to just explode, I guess is the way to say. Skyrim has a better story. I find that laughable. Skyrim Berry has a narrative, much less a plot. As I think it was Patrician TV on YouTube said, or at least a couple of, I don't know if it was him specifically, but Skyrim is an ocean, but it's only ankle deep, is probably the best way to put Skyrim's game world. And over the years, I've kind of come to the same conclusion. Honestly, my assumption when I first saw the first-person view was that they were going to try and make an Elder Scrolls killer. Yeah, okay, fair enough, Lord Bramber. Tell me what you have. Let's see here. We've got some fine equipment. We could break that down for some stuff if we have some spare money. Fine plate armor, mail hauberk, deerskin boots, deerskin gloves, essence pote, lockpicks. Give them. Hardtack, raw alabaster, Audra, Paradisum ladder. Let's go ahead and buy that. Here we go. Thank you kindly. Total Biscuit described as wide as an ocean, deep as a puddle. That's who I was thinking of. God rest his soul. Because for some reason people can't handle the games use a similar perspective. Yeah. Oh. God damn it. Already I'm using up my lockpicks. I'm pretty sure there are still boxes with locks on them that we did not find in this first map. Oh. So you guys are putting Aedyran uniforms on your targeting dummies now, are we? Might wanna... I would suggest at the very least you not do that when our guys are literally stationed next door to you. So... okay, yeah. There's no way to get to the water over there and swim up the river. Shame. I was kinda hoping there was. Alright. So we've encountered that. That means let's just go up here to God's Gates Beacon and make our way over to the bounty target. Yep. For putting a vice in Obsidian's balls over the game, but they really are focusing on the wrong details, like not being able to attack NPCs or being able to pick up arrows. They're pointing at different design choices and equating it with equality. Yes. It's like, this is not meant to be a world simulator. I'm not meant to pick up every item and go into every house, and I'm okay with that. I'm an Imperial Envoy of the Aedyran Empire. My job is to explore and find out exactly what is going on here. Now, if in the course of my duties I carry out other missions and stuff, that makes sense. But I shouldn't just be randomly attacking citizens in the street. Now, if I was Obsidian, what I would have done is if you attack a random citizen in the street, it does nothing the first few times. If you keep doing it, then the game gives you an alternate end, bad end, where it just is like, and then the envoy was arrested and the Dream Scourge was never solved. Like, do something like that, just so people will shut up about there not being consequences to attacking random NPCs. Also, that would be very fitting for Obsidian, quite frankly. Let's be brutally honest, the whole I can't ever a house is such a dummy word requirement. Like, do you want cities and games to be limited to 20 buildings? Because that's how you do that. Yes, that is part of my problem. Or that is part of my problem with people who say that that's the design they want. Like, I get being slightly annoyed that NPCs don't have a schedule. I can understand that from a certain extent with this. Like, you want to see the NPCs moving about like they go to the market and then they go somewhere else. But I don't agree that they all have to be interactable and they all need to be constantly chattering. I'm sorry, oh, there's not dialogue when you walk past people. It's like, do you people forget that you all got bitchy about Nazim because he wouldn't shut up every time you passed him by and when in Whiterun in Skyrim? I mean, I don't need every single NPC to have enough lines that they can be turned into a YouTube poop. Like, YouTube poop's funny, don't get me wrong. They did great work with Skyrim, but not every game needs to be that. It takes like 25% of the dev time to fix bugs spawned from that. Yeah. Well, to be fair, they haven't gotten rid of it entirely. They've just simplified it. They're no longer going the hardcore way they did with Oblivion, which was part of the reason Oblivion was a buggy mess. Like how Owlcat does it, where if someone is important enough for you to attack out of sheer aggression, there'll be an attack dialogue option. And for most of the game, that's been the case here when we've had like discussion, when we've had the ability to talk with people. All right.
Ice front. Bandits ahead.
Yes. We're gonna try this again. Quick save real fast. Okay, come on. Reload. Oh, cool. That set him on fire. Nope. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 7 or so of them. Ow! Fuck.
To your left.
Sliced.
Next worth and rob.
Get blasted. Not a bear. Ow. Up potion. Okay, who the... Okay, no. No, stop it. Okay, can I... Alright, I'm getting my ass kicked. Okay. You need to stop. Got him. Okay. No. Get back here. No more from you.
You take lead.
Every one of you gets zapped. All of you get zapped. Jesus Christ. The bears are more dangerous than the fucking enemies.
Been seeing a lot more bandits since the Dream Scourge has driven people out of the interior.
Everybody all right?
Oy, hey, that was aggravating. There we go, Mariner's Porch. Good old Mariner's Porch. Yellow armband, give me that shit. What does it even say? The once vibrant dye of this tattered armband has since faded with time. Despite its age, the yellow color is still rather eye-catching. Well, they're gonna get turned in. It's fuck. Oh, seriously? There goes all my lockpicks again. Oh, I thought we'd at least have some going into the next area, but apparently not. Stuff down here. Not seeing anything over there. What have you got? Oh, another yellow armband. Armband. I'm assuming he pays more if we bring them all. Or if we have to bring them all, one or the other. It's Fury. I'm guessing that's the Pallid Knight, most likely, or some kind of version of Bareth. It was a bit similar with Cyberpunk. I saw a few fair arguments that argued that Starfield was better than Cyberpunk because you could create stacks of potatoes in your ship and everything was simulated with physics. The point of doing it is, yeah, exactly. Like, here's the thing. Like, here we go. Like, oh look, there is physics in this game. Like, some items do move, but most of it's out in the game world, not in the cities where you're not expected to be doing it.
Looks like something you'd see in Emerald Stair.
Yeah, it's like, does it put Bethesda's efforts to create a world, a true world, into perspective? Yes, actually it does. I don't like that Avowed is losing out because of it, but it is interesting for people to go, huh, you know, this actually shows Bethesda does put a lot of time and effort into this stuff. It may not always be stuff that we think they should be focusing on, but it's not saying that they didn't try to develop a proper, why are there still enemies? Oh God, what is over here? But you get what I'm saying, like, it shows that Bethesda does try. Oh. Sucks to be you guys. I guess it was smart that you decided to hide back here.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Oh, oh, oh. Money, money, money. Thank you. What's in here? Eh? Ooh, Arcanist Gambison. It's a light armor. Oh, it's basically Aloth's armor. The overseeing effect, 15% area of effect damage, 20% or plus 20 to maximum essence. Through a combination of rigorous training and innate talent, many individuals already over. Oh, this is the same description. Yeah, garments like these are prized among arcane practitioners for the essence woven in among the fibers to bolster the wearer's own reserves. Okay. How does it look? Ah! Oh God, that looks horrible. No. Medium armor all the way. Again with the rain, the hot, damp air grows untenable. We keep the windows open to ventilate the house. The last 2 merchants have brought reports of unrest in the city, but the road nearby is quiet. No one thinks to bother us here. Until last night. Danilo mentioned that morning that he heard clanking noises coming from deep in the woods, like if a sword could walk, he said. I kept him awake all week. I told him to stop. He would give himself nightmares. I cannot admit that I hear them too. Huh, that doesn't sound like the bandits, which means they must have heard something else. Oh, wait. There's still a marker in here. What have we... Oh, there we go. That... Yeah, somebody was using this as a home. And basically relying on it being out of the way. Ooh, what we got down here? Is this, there's another way in. Let's see. I didn't realize there was a way in over here. Huh. But I do think that is everything here. Anything down in their camp proper? Old Pargruna door. Rucksacks. Nope, nothing I can see. Okay. We just gotta turn in that, and then there was... Actually, hold on, go back over here first. Recall the Skyrim Avowed comparison to having a DM that lets you do anything, but more or less rushes you through, but it's not relevant, versus a DM who admits they don't have anything to run if you just start attacking civies, so you both agree not to. Yeah, there's like an implicit... Again, the opening of the game where it's like, you are an envoy of the Imperial Court. They're really trying to sell, like, this is the role you're playing, but you're free to interpret how that role is. Reload. Ooh, okay.
And roll.
Ooh, I actually managed to get some decent range on that. Get shot. Aha, you sent out your best fighter and he's already dead. Nope. No spells. Ow. There we go. Ooh. Fragment of star metal.
I've seen metal like that, usually behind a very high price tag.
Need to see this. Where'd it go? Chunk of metal is dense, weighing more than it would appear at first glance. Its pitted, irregular surface shines faintly in the light. You can find an expert forge master. You might be able to use
a blacksmith.
Ooh. Grab it. Apples. Cucumber. And what else you got? Raw trout, bizarre tongue. Nice. I don't think there's anything else. Appears to be everything. Yeah, this is above where the other group of Zards is. Right. Alright. That makes things easy. That makes things easy. Hold on. Up my position on my... There we go. That's better. Like, I think you hit the nail on the head, Lord Brown Bear. It's a difference in design philosophy, but the problem is that Skyrim and Obsidian have so captured the first-person, like, RPG style that everyone just innately compares it all to it, even when they're not trying to be it. Let's go talk to... Let me see here. Did we... I think we've been to all the merchants. We always can come back. Ah. Good gamer subs. Even Bethesda couldn't do it as well as they could. Yeah, we saw that with Starfield and Fallout 4. Like, let's be very honest. Oh, wait. No, this isn't the... That's the canals. I need to go over the canals. Yep. Yeah, it's like... I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, because people are like, oh, the world feels static because NPCs don't say things as you pass by. And it's like, do you expect random people when you're walking out in real life to just constantly be talking around it? I thought this was the thing that we memed on Skyrim for over a decade. Like, there are literally mods designed for Skyrim so that NPCs stop constantly talking as you're walking by, or at least don't talk nearly as much. And there are conversations. You can pass by certain groups of NPCs and they will be talking about things. But it's not just constant chatter. Because the average player has a very surface level understanding for games, jumps to very shallow comparisons. Yeah. Straight up hate some of the dev team, but watching you play it makes me want to play it. Again, like, Lord Brown Bear, I know that you've been a bit more on this, but like, here's the thing. Go ahead, wait for a sale, by all means. This is going to be part of it because I'm going to do the same thing when we get to the end of Avowed that I've done with the other games as we finish. I'm going to do a long spiel, probably about 30 to 40 minutes of just going over the game and what I would give it as a final score. And one of the counts against it is that, quite frankly, if this is meant to be a representative of $70 games going forward, of the $69.99 price tag, then the AAA gaming industry is fucked. Because I can already see why some people are saying, yeah, no, I'm just going to wait for this to go on sale, or I'm just not going to buy it. Like, I got it early because of Pillars, and I bought the special so that I could play it early because I wanted to do it as a streamer. But if you're not one of those things, then yeah, no, I totally get not buying it. I totally get it.
Welcome back, Envoy.
Here you go.
Show it here.
The yellow brands are dealt with.
It's a shame it had to be like this. Desperate times can drive good kith to do terrible things. Well, I'll be. That's all of the bounties. Mighty fine work, Envoy. Hope you're proud of all you've done.
Oh.
Thanks to you, Don Shore is safer for all of us. Gods protect you.
Hey, you could have a real future here if the Envoy thing doesn't work out.
Well, I do like the adventuring life, Kai, but I am a servant of the Imperial Court. We will see
Nice
where it
work
takes us.
on the bounties. Just don't get a big head about it.
Oh, be quiet, Marius. You're starting to get a little too self-deprecate, or a little deprecating all the time. Not sure what the price Obsidian would want to put it at, but it's not Obsidian. Like, let's be honest. It's Microsoft and the AAA gaming industry. Oh, I'm sorry. Since Ubisoft was the one who started this, and I'm never going to let him live it down. The quadruple A gaming industry. Yeah, no. It's quite a ability because I haven't seen Verbally Terror Antagonist, a new one yet. So it's because Microsoft wants to motivate people to get Game Pass. Yeah. But the problem is that Game Pass hasn't worked. Game Pass is part of the reason that you have successful studios like the guys who did, oh my god, the beat rhythm action game whose name I keep fucking forgetting. I literally forget it every time I try to mention it. The one with the music, the beat rhythm, Hi-Fi Rush, thank you, Tenwin, is the reason that Hi-Fi Rush's developer, despite making a profit, despite being a good studio, despite making a new IP that was universally beloved pretty much by the gaming industry, got shut down because most people played it through Game Pass and Microsoft didn't see the sales that they wanted out of it. So, like, Game Pass might work for in-house, like, made by a Microsoft team developers only. But any partnership with Microsoft that gets a game on Game Pass is pretty much shooting themselves in the foot, and Hi-Fi Rush proved that.
Good.
Ooh, can you do anything with this?
Wait, is that star metal? Abaddon's arse, this stuff is rare. I'd love to make something with it, but I'd be afraid of ruining it. I can't think of anybody else in Paradise who could either. Who knows? Maybe there's a blacksmith in another city who can help.
$5 says we're gonna have to go look with the check with the Pargrunen to find somebody who can make this. Where should I start looking?
Well, if I were a betting girl, I'd wager one of the smiths in Solace Keep could work with it. Good luck getting inside, though. Or surviving the journey there.
Right. Galawain's Tusks is one of the deadliest places in the world. Probably not worth the trip.
You know, Marius, I'm getting the distinct feeling you don't want to go back to Solace Keep, and I'm really interested in finding out why.
No thank you. I'll take my chances with the smugglers here any day.
Well, let me see what you have. I don't think you had anything else that I wanted. Nope, I already bought your upgrade material, and I already did the same with your sister, so that is that. There we go. We're pretty much done with this area. Let's head on out. Haven't seen you verbally tear an antagonist a new one yet. To be fair, we haven't had like a really solid Kith antagonist yet. We've been mainly fighting the forces of nature, a bunch of Zaureps, and the occasional bandit or smuggler. And even the ones where we've had dialogue haven't been, you know, it's almost been sort of professional. Like, almost. Like, you're a bandit, I'm not, we know how this is gonna end, let's just get to the killing. I'm hoping that there will be some more interpersonal stuff. Like, we are going to a city of Animancers. I have to imagine we are not going to be seen very favorably there, especially since who the fuck are you?
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure?
Business. I have Imperial proclamations to look into the Dream Scourge.
Well, just remember to cover your mouth, sneeze into your elbow, and sleep with lavender under your pillow.
Oh, are these all the home remedies for dealing with it?
Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwine barged past me.
There is no way in hell the Animancers are going to let her into the city.
She was looking none too pleased.
I don't suppose she told you where she was going.
I didn't ask. The less I know, the better.
Fair.
Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwine's on the prowl.
Lodwin.
Tread lightly.
As long as she's not on our scent. Hopefully, your handling of Egwolf brought us some grace with her.
You see how she feels? She's wearing a mask and her eyes are burning. She doesn't really have eyes left. She is a death guard. Like, as far as we know, there's only a skull inside there. Your handling of Egwolf brought us some grace with it. Yeah, I certainly hope so. Thank you. Let's go.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Aedirans moving in.
Well, to be fair, you spend most of your time in the wilderness, Marius, so...
And Egwolf's death won't help matters.
Okay, no. See, this is a bad choice. No. It should have been, it was either he dies in a way that's, like, quick, or we brutally murder him, and then the Steel Garrote parades his corpse through the streets. Like, it was the only other option. Like, and no, this also doesn't make sense. We knew handing him over to the Steel Garrote was going to result in a death sentence. What it should be is, I tried to make it as quick and as easy for him as possible. He was a dead man either way. Like, either Lodwin was going to kill him, or I was going to kill him. And I was at least willing to give him the benefit of not trying to die screaming and on fire from a fireball. You can straight up say that your character has a relation with Lodwin, and I find that hilarious. Oh god, that is horrifying. We might do that. Depending on how much Lodwin pisses me off, we might do that. Unfortunately, this is closer to my sentiment than this one. I knew he was gonna die. The only option was, look, you can turn yourself over and the rest of your people can live, or you and I can fight and I will kill all of them.
Survival dictates you remove a threat as soon as it makes itself known. That's exactly what you did.
Regardless, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Kai, you do remember that you dragged my literally dead body out of an assassination, right? Like, this isn't an argument of, well, maybe we could have come to us. They shot me. I died. You'll forgive me if I wasn't in a very forgiving mood. And no offense, Kai, we've been journeying together for a while now. I'm usually pretty lenient, but he'd already literally killed me. I'm not just gonna let that go.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Aedyran soldiers.
No, I'm actually gonna give this one to Kai, Marius. No, the Steel Garrote are gonna be a problem. The Order may have started in Aedyr, but I'd ask that you not confuse the more fanatical of them with us.
Oh, I hear you. Unfortunately, if you're marching shoulder to shoulder, some of their stink is bound to rub off on you.
Oh, you mean like how the Paradisans who just want to abide by their own thing are walking shoulder to shoulder with people who think that preemptive assassination is a good idea? We can play this game all day, Kai. Don't try to do this. We can play this game all day.
I don't like that Ludwine woman.
Laudwin?
She gives me the freakus.
Okay, what? A lember phrase used to describe a feeling of unease in an unknown situation. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift.
Preemptive assassination is stringing up an innocent Orlan because I took justified revenge on an assassin. Exactly. It's honestly hard to believe that she's supposed to be working with us.
And that's gonna mean trouble for everyone around them before long.
Oh, it is. The only thing I can do is try to mitigate Laudwin's insanity and try to get out ahead of it.
And it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Very true. And we wouldn't want that if it did happen. I don't think it would go well.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you?
Marius, don't poke fun at this.
I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
So maybe it's not an imaginary friend. Expand your horizons a bit, my buddy.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
Kai, he doesn't, and I don't care.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm?
I don't. I don't know that yet.
Well, maybe figure it out. We can't prepare for what we don't know is coming.
I'm working on it.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right?
Yes, Kai. Thank you for getting us back on topic.
Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Oh boy, an unknown godlike in a city of Animancers. I'm sure they're not going to try and dissect me.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
As much as I find the practice distasteful, no one understands souls quite like they do. If they know something, we need to find out.
Fair enough, but I wouldn't expect a warm welcome. Hilgard's already brought your homeland's prohibitions against animancy to Paradise.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is, an interesting place.
Interesting how?
It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
A disgraced duke, you say? Now that's interesting. Huh.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches. All surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
From the sound of it, they use their animancy to enhance the crops, so we'll see. We're not all useless bookworms, you know.
Right. You know, present company excluded, and all that.
Don't take it personally. Marius only does this with people he likes.
Kai, we have literally been traveling with him for several days now. That is not the case. I get that Marius has no sense of tact. I'm just asking him to maybe not be an idiot in the process.
I'd say something back at you, but I'm just not feeling it for some reason.
See what I mean?
What's this about Fior?
It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay, until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops.
Right as the dream scourge appears, the possible connection is troubling.
Hopefully there's nothing to that. But if there is, we'll find out soon enough.
The rapture logic, who's gonna wash the toilets? Yeah. I can imagine that's probably... And the worst part is the most of the laborers are probably involved in the agricultural area, so it's not like they even have excess labor to use for that. Oh yeah, we're gonna be running into so many people with overinflated egos who are just not, like, I'm not living up to my potential kind of folk.
And
then they're gonna do
while we're
something
in Emerald
stupid.
Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods.
Oh, friend or friend?
Tama.
Oh, friend.
He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway...
Sure. We'll swing by as soon as we have the chance.
You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delumgon bloom.
That's the... I'm not misremembering, right? Yeah, plant-like beings bound to ancient trees. Ooh, while content to leave most adventurers alone, they've been known to lash out at settlers encroaching on their territory or anyone they perceive to be a threat to nature. Yep, sounds about right.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
I mean, I don't know, Marius. Delumgon are not... I mean, they're not the worst. Probably tell you a few stories. Well, my watcher could tell you a few stories about that.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines.
You'll get splinters, Sylvani. I didn't say anything about going that far. Thank you very much. Is Emerald Stair really that dangerous?
Imagine a flooded area, but instead of water, it's all plants that just seem to want you lost, starving, and dead.
Honestly, Delum and Gom have better negotiation rate than Kith. I mean, I don't know. Our diplomatic playthrough of Pillars 1 and 2 was pretty good, but on average, you're not wrong.
Step on the wrong thorn or eat the wrong leaf, and you'll find yourself paralyzed or exploding out of both ends.
He's just trying to scare you, but he's also right. You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
Arius, you're not coming?
Our deal was I'd help you find your assassin. I did that. I figured you'd probably travel faster with fewer people anyway. I have, you know, things to do back in Paradise. It keeps me plenty busy.
All right, fair enough.
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while, and the Envoy's never been. Know any good guides we could hire?
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep you from getting yourselves killed.
Ah, so... Well, it seems as if we already have the best hunter in the lands right here.
Hey, you don't have to butter me up.
I was referring to...
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdut. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
I've heard good things about Rowatine singing. They've got sea shanties down to a science.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
And bad things, according to that. Ooh. I'm guessing this is just, yeah, it's just a random camp. Oh, I don't like that the map changes once you leave the area again. I'd rather it stay there. Oh, well. What do we need to do? Is there anything? We got that set up. Ooh. We still have no primal rock. God damn it. Power attack, still high stun and bleed. That's probably the best choice, honestly. Workbench. Let's go ahead and break some of these down. Common sword. Axe. I don't need the Arcanist Gambeson, so break it down. Tanned hide and Adra. Thank you. We need Hylea's talons, though, is the issue. We have none of those. And I don't want to get rid of any grimoires until we're sure about what we're doing. That how much does the grimoires weigh? Are they taking up much room? No, they're actually pretty light. So honestly, I don't have a problem with that. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna get rid of the shield. We'll keep this for right now. We'll keep this for right now. Can I store that? No, you have to keep it in your you have to keep it in your inventory or else it doesn't work. All right. Hold on. Okay, so hold on. We can disassemble 3 of these. There we go. Okay. Why did it... Wait, what? Why the fuck did it store both of those? What the hell? That was weird. Put away the canvas shoes. No. Put up the inventory. Equip that. Transmog that. There we go. Yeah, Gloves of the Strangler is just almost a straight up better fucking version of the Blackwing gloves. Kithwood. Oh, right. We got this from... Okay, minus 3% damage from all Kiths, plus 10% damage from other sources. Ooh. I mean, we fight a lot of Kith, but not enough to make that worthwhile. Holy shit. Especially since a lot of Kith tend to have, like, animal companions and shit. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. Simple clay figurine attached to this chain is ancient. Exactly how old is hard to discern. But if not for the magic imbued into it, it surely would have crumbled to dust by now. The amulet glows warm to the touch in the presence of hostile Kith, as the latent enchantment on it flares back to life. Whether the sense of fragility you otherwise feel when wearing this as part of the figurine's initial creation, or simply due to the magic fading with age, is impossible to say. That one we're probably going to sell, because I cannot imagine keeping that around. As for you, we can make a couple of these. Go ahead and craft that. 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 Thank you. Now, do we have enough to upgrade? I do not have enough to upgrade that to tier 3. But I could upgrade the armor at least to tier 5. Or tier 2 of 5. Should I save up? Because I feel like there's an incentive where once you have all your equipment on one tier, you should be working on getting one of those items to the next tier as quickly as possible. Ooh, that requires Awakened Aedyran. Wait, so I can't... No, that breaks down. No. We don't want that. We don't want that. So if hold on. So these ones we have duplicates of, so we can go ahead and... There we go. That gets our weight down nicely. And not enough to upgrade any of those. Understandable. The priority when you enter a new area should always be to upgrade a minimum of 1 item to the next tier. Yes, so I'm thinking... Because right now our sword is the highest we have. It's at tier... It's at the 5th level. So fine level 2, 5th level total. Yeah. We're gonna want to just wait and get more Hylea's talents. That's the only thing we can do. Ooh. Yep. I'll bet you anything you can only have 1 totem active at a time. I'll bet you anything.
Those dreams seem to be getting worse. How are you feeling?
Well, at the very least, they're getting more common. What exactly do you know about Animancers?
Not a whole lot, and I've been happy keeping it that way. Playing around with essence, poking at souls, trying to move them out of and into places they shouldn't be. Oh, it makes me queasy. Though, if we're going to understand the Dream Scourge and your godlike lineage, I suppose we'll have to get comfortable with it. Still, I'm happy to leave those pursuits to other people.
Exactly. Other people. People who are a safe distance away.
I can understand the danger. One of the earliest experiments with animancy took place in Aedyran, and all it managed to do was reanimate a violent corpse.
Hundreds of years ago, if I remember my history. I can see why your people outlawed it. I've just always felt more comfortable with things I can see and grasp for myself.
Fair enough.
Don't get me wrong. Most Animancers are nice enough people.
Giacomo is somewhere sneezing. Giacomo, if this character encounters Giacomo and learns about the Devil of Karak, I might just execute him on the spot.
But even nice people get strange ideas from time to time.
Oh, can we...
Then I've got answer.
What else do we have? Oh. We'll ask those later. And I don't even want to bother with this one until we get everybody recruited. So who exactly was Tama and what are we retrieving?
He was my commander and thirdborn. But he was more than that too.
Giacomo seems like the bastard to see himself above the living lands. Yeah.
Friend. Tama helped me out when I first came to the living lands over a decade ago. I was still figuring myself out.
Was. This is you, having figured yourself out.
Hey, now I know I can't stomach rusk snout milk. As for what we'll find, I don't know any more than you. All I know is he said it was his most prized possession. And seeing as he was on his deathbed at the time, I wasn't of a mind to ask.
Then why have you been putting this off if he was such a close friend?
Nah, same reason I've got dirty dishes and unmended trousers back home, I guess.
You're the only one I know who can sew for an hour and wind up with a bigger hole than you started with.
Next time you get assassinated, Marius will be the one stitching you up.
What does putting off chores have to do with anything, Kai?
You know how sometimes you leave a thing unfinished for too long and it just grows bigger and bigger in your mind?
God, yes. God, yes. Stop speaking directly to my soul, Kai. Let's move on, please.
I just need to see what.
Please, no. I don't need
whether it's
things from outside the game being brought in. Absolutely not.
Fossils he was always collecting.
And it's a task you left unfinished for too long.
Yeah, that's it. Enough from me. We've got a long road ahead.
It's up in my teeth. There. You didn't actually say much about Tama himself.
Where to start? The man couldn't carry a tune, but it didn't stop him from trying. He'd have the whole tavern singing shanties with him nearly every night of the week. He had a vexing habit of saying the thing you most needed to hear when you were least ready to hear it. He'd give you the shirt off his back and the meat off his plate. But the selfish bastard left the rest of us a world without him in it.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far from the interpretation. I'm sorry to hear that, Kai.
Hey, you're not the one who did the leaving. That's why I've got to put this to rest.
As I said, we'll ask about Emerald Stair more when we camp there. I think we're good for right now.
If you need anything else.
What about you, Marius? We haven't actually talked to you much.
Envoy? Fior Messiverno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an Animancer, that's the place to go.
Fior was settled by Animancers from Valia. I suppose if anyone can help in regards to a soul malady, it would be them.
I don't know about all that. They decided to settle in a hostile forest and use animancy to conquer it. We might get there and find that these people aren't as ready and willing to help you as you hope they are.
Oh, please. Marius, I am an Imperial envoy. Believe me, I know how politics works. We're gonna have to do a lot of favors to get anywhere in this bloody city. You can ask Marius in every zone how to survive it. It's fun. Ooh. Well, we'll get what we need, one way or the other.
Wish I shared your optimism. In my experience, moving through a deadly forest based on blind hope never works out.
That's why we're going to be moving slow and carefully. And if need be, well, when in doubt, set it all on fire.
I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone's slipping.
I said almost.
I'm thankful for your expertise, man.
Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject.
Marius just can't take a compliment. I'd like to know more about you, if you will.
Ask away.
You grew up in Solace, right?
Yes, I did. The less we talk about that, the better.
I'm guessing that you and your homeland did not part on the best of terms.
I see. Let's lay this out, Envoy. How about this? You don't worry about my life story, and I won't roll my eyes every time you start talking about souls.
But you do already roll your eyes every time I talk about souls, or have a moment in front of the Aedyran. You've literally been doing that this entire time we've been venturing together.
Now, we just met, Envoy, and I'm here to do a job. Maybe we'll be best of friends someday, but this isn't that day. Best we just keep things professional.
All right, fair enough. Understood.
Thank you. Not everyone accepts that some things are best left in the past.
Honestly, went full wizard towards the end, getting both Meteor Shower and Returning Storm layering both on top of each other equals everyone dies. Ooh, well, we'll see what happens when we get to the end game. So, you don't seem very fond of mysticism, magic, or religion. Why?
Oh, you noticed. I don't know. I've heard stories all my life about the gods and magic, and they never seem to do any good for anyone.
So, I think mysticism, you're just going to have to accept that. Rather do without it all. I do like that you have the option to say that even as an arcane scholar, but actually it would be interesting if you went through this game as like a skeptic playthrough where you just hate on all magic and gods. That would actually be kind of hilarious. Magic and animancy can do a lot to improve people's lives.
Right, sure. But from what I've seen, it mostly causes problems. Magic gives a lot of power to some people and leaves others helpless.
Is that really that much different than, well, any skill?
And animancy? Don't get me started on messing with other people's souls. That's just not right.
I will acknowledge that animancy does have problems. I will build the punch wizard. Yes, Lord Brown Bear. Let Zawa's teachings flow through you. Take the drugs, punch a bear. What stories have you heard that turned you so away from the powers of the magical arts?
Almost all of them. Andra pulling down the moon to destroy civilization.
Okay, yeah, fair enough on that one.
Hammer bomb.
Fair enough.
All that stuff down in the dead fire.
Okay, yeah, I guess when you put it like that, that's like 3 strikes and you're out.
No one as fickle as those gods seem to be should ever be put in charge of reincarnation, I tell you that.
Oh, my watcher could tell you tales, Marius. My watcher could tell you tales. Oh, so this is how you get... Okay, okay. Well, we already know all about this. There's no reason for us to go diving into all of this. I suppose I can see your point.
Right. More trouble than they're worth, if you ask me.
No. But many of your skills seem like magic. How do you explain that?
It's just Pargrunan wilderness lore, developed over the centuries in Solace. Tricks, traps, gadgets, nothing more. But hey, if people want to think it's magic, then go ahead. I'm not going to bend over backward just to seem internally consistent.
I think that was the writers making a slight jab at the audience. I've seen a lot of people complain the NPCs and companions are just exposition machines, and honestly can't agree, mostly because you can choose to ask or not if you're curious. They're good for helping to flesh out things in the lore that if you played Pillars 1 and 2, you should already know. But honestly, I don't have a real complaint. Like, to be fair, this is one area where I very much diverge from the wider gaming audience. I don't mind exposition machines. I honestly don't. As long as it's new stuff, I don't care. I want to know the world lore. I want to know. And I'd rather get it from a character in-universe with their in-universe biases and perspectives than just read a lore entry or a codex reading. Don't strong enough souls of any class produce magic-like effects. That is the implication, yes. You minded Wodaka. I know the problem wasn't with her. No. The problem wasn't with her. Nonetheless, mysticism is a necessary evil in that sense. I'm afraid you're just going to have to accept that.
Well, You asked, I answered. Feel free to cast all the spells and cry out to whatever gods you like. I won't stop you. Just don't expect me to join in.
Perfectly fair. The language that you've mentioned a few times, what is it exactly?
Same one you are. What kind of blessed question is that? Oh, huh, I see. I sometimes use Lember without really thinking about it. That's what you mean, right?
I thought I'd recognized it.
Right. I hear Pargrunin all over the world speak it. I only know what I learned in Solace.
Yeah, the guy at the Wodoka Shrine was fascinating and funny. Yeah, no, that was a good way to do exposition. And it was from a very in-universe Aedyran perspective. Like, if you're going to give me exposition, then yes, give it from an NPC, but make sure that one, the NPC has a bit of personality to them, and two, make sure that the NPC has their own biases and perspectives built into the exposition. Make the player question what they just heard. Could you teach some of it to me?
I barely realize I'm doing it anymore. If you want to learn Lember, you'll have to spend time in Solace.
I'm going to find it hilarious if we get to Solace and literally everyone is speaking Pargrunin and we can't understand a damn thing until we actually learn the language. That would be kind of funny.
And that's not going to happen anytime blessed soon.
I assume blessed means very?
Ha, right. Something like that. I'm sure you'll pick it up as we travel. It's not that blessed difficult.
Okay, now that he's saying it he's using the same word multiple times in a row, it's getting a little aggravating. Because it's weird. When he pops in different words at different times, it sounds more natural. But when he repeats the same word in multiple lines, it starts to sound really forced. And what exactly makes you the best hunter in the living lands?
Well, I'm one of the very few people who spends most of their time out in the wilds and haven't gotten themselves killed yet. I know the difference between hay-bleed toxin and high-tox bloom, which is something you should be really thankful for. And you know the Balrog and the Grinning Balrog?
You killed that?
No, but I am one of the few who have seen a Balrog and lived. Mostly because I had the brains to run the Dragu out of there. The key is survival. I understand that, and a lot of people don't. And that's why they're dead, and I'm still here.
Yes, the pragmatist. At the end of the day, if you can't walk away from the fight, then the fight ain't worth it in the first place.
We're gonna get you where you're going, Envoy. Alive and with as few blithe tail bites as possible. That, more or less, is all you need to know about me.
Fair enough.
Right. Changing.
As I said, we'll ask about companions once we have all of them. Until then, we're good. Okay, yeah, the model still lags in the loading screen, and I have no, I don't know what I can do about that, so we're just gonna have to ignore that. Ooh. Oh. Well, that's fucking ominous. Oh.
Oh, would you be a dear and help with these spoilings, please?
Looks like she could use our help.
Oh, there we go. Ow. Ah. The fact that we're already fighting the nature beings is probably not a good thing. Ow. Get sliced. Get shot. They're kind of adorable. Oh my god, look at them run. Ow. Dick. Okay, all done, all done, all done. Where's my spring berries? No, not that. Where they at? There we go.
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
Your voice already sounds a little grating.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair.
On Reddit, the Rogue Trader subreddit, someone started one of those best characters people get to vote on it. The version is one of the grids where they have a bunch of descriptions. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. They just started that. They put Xavier Calcazar in Smart and Evil. I find that hilarious because Xavier was everything but smart. And, I mean, he had a good idea. His implementation of that idea was utterly fucking stupid, but yeah.
She knocks. We would answer.
That's a good way to put it, Lord Brown Bear. Calcazar possessed intelligence, but not wisdom. He is the man who would put the tomato in the fruit salad.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you?
I'm afraid I carry books, not letters.
Don't take that tone with me, darling.
What
There's
tone?
a beautiful vase right in those ruins that I cannot reach. And as sharp as my wits are, they are a poor substitute for a ladder.
I do appreciate that her lips are not as weird as the other previous Orlans. He sounds older. Yes, I think this is meant to be an older Orlan woman, Lord Brown Bear. Oh god, I just realized what I said. No, down, Lord Brown Bear, down.
But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned.
Are you flirting with me?
If you keep encouraging her, she's going to climb you.
Watch out, Envoy. She seems to have a thing for you.
Careful, darling. I already have a lover. A good one. Skilled with his hands.
Oh, sorry, Lord Brown Bear, she's taken.
He always carries a ladder. But, sadly, he's busy helping the Animancers in Fjord. And I need this vase now.
And I can help. It's a little trouble.
Oh, you will? My. You're a looker and a doer. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
Her voice is alternating between slightly annoying and very well done, and I can't pin it down.
You do meet the most interesting people.
We do
I
indeed.
can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins, but no one listens to me.
Marius, if your client asks for a specific object, do you then go get an object that is like half the quality and obviously not what they asked for? Or do you go and get the fucking object? Get over yourself. Also, what was over here? There's an X. Aha. Thank you for the extra health potion. I'll take it. Then... Okay, so that must be above... Oh, it's right there. Can we... There we go. Alright. So, corrosion damage seems to be the name of the game in this area. Ooh, lots of animancy equipment. I have Rimmergan, some silver fen eggs. Nice. Is that... Oh.
Back already? Damn, you're fast.
No, I'm just looking around.
Darling, you are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you?
I was not aware those were your things. Sorry. Too late. She's a minimum 50 years old, potentially older, considering Orlans live on average 50 to 80 years. She's essentially the equivalent to a 70 or 80-year-old. And she's still adventuring, but she is an Animancer. We do know that magic and Animancy tend to prolong one's life slightly. Alright, let's go. Hello.
Right behind you.
I know, Kai. You watch my back, I'll watch yours. Eb was like in her 60s. It didn't stop me. Yeah, I know. I know, Lord Brown Bear. I'm aware. Up we go. Alright, what have we got over here? Soul sponge, some copper skates, steel chunks. Anything over there? Nope. Oh, well, time to go. Swing. Slice him down. How many more we got? Oh, nope. Staying away from that. Got him. We got you, Marius. There we go. Nice.
Take a moment, people.
We're good, Marius. We're good. Don't you worry. Oh, you can actually... Oh, okay. They've got some... Okay, they've got some serious... Oh, they are just... They are literally pumping Animancy energy into the ground to support their crop growth. Holy shit. That's... I can see why they might have left. Like, I know the Valian Republic is fairly okay with Animancy, but this seems extreme even by their standards. I have a feeling even fucking Palagino would take one look at this and go, okay, I think we need to have a conversation with the guy in charge. Do you remember people complaining the game was too bright and colorful? Anyone complaining about that? Never made it to the Emerald Stair? Yeah. Because, well, I mean, it is bright, but it's not... It's interesting. You can already tell from the fog and everything that this area is bright, but it's also, like, kind of washed out. But then it goes to nighttime, and everything lights up down there. And it's like, that'll be interesting. I want to get another good look at that when it gets to nightfall again. Soul pod. Another body. Take that, thank you. We need more Hylea's talon. We need so much more of that. We need to get these things upgraded as soon as possible. Can't get up there. I think this area is semi-wetlands. That was the implication. Marius even said, like, imagine that it's covered in water, but the water is actually plants. So I imagine this area was very marshy at one point. Governor Vidaro ordered us to halt the excavation. Emerald Stair is going through changes, and it's unstable in more ways than one. While I understand his concern, these ruins have been here a long time. I don't think they're going anywhere. Wish I could say the same for us. Feels like the land doesn't want us here, and I can't argue with the land. Fair enough. Nope, not that. Wait. Oh, it's further up the tower. Okay, okay, okay. I see what it's asking. Anything on this side? Nope. All right. Up we go. Hey, yep. Hey, yep. What have we got? Oh, come on. Oh, somebody left a pile of coins. Funnily enough, this enchanted swollenette, I think, is going to pay real dividends the longer we go in this game. It's already giving us quite a bit of money. Like, there's kind of no reason not to wear it unless we go into a particularly difficult combat encounter. Aedyran, some silver phoenix, more upgrade materials. Let's just go ahead and deal with this real fast. I've sworn we picked up more. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe. Okay, and then we just drop down here, and we're up down here, and we're up down here. There we go. Did she already leave? Or wait? Oh, wait, wait! I hear it. I hear it. Aha! You tried to hide from me. Nice. Golden scale, hardwood branch, steel chunks. Nice. Animancy is more subtle than pump full of essence. Maybe it's due to the change of writers. Maybe subtle isn't the right word. I don't think it's that. We know that essence can be used from the previous games as a sort of catch-all life energy. Nuance. Well, again, Lord Bamber, I need to see more in the city because it could just be that the people here are going, like, look at it this way, Lord Brownbear. This area has no central government authority. These Animancers are essentially running this city the way they want to. It's not that it's less nuanced, it's that these Animancers have no one to say no to them. Like, even in Valia, there are centralized academic, like, structures that keep an eye on Animancers. Out here, there's nothing. And the Animancers are in charge of this place. Again, we'll have to see. I do think it's a concern. You might be right, but I don't think you necessarily are, Lord Brownbear. We need to see once we get further into the story here. I think that'll be the most important part. There you go.
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas. Thankfully, you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you.
I think they say if they're infusing crops with essence, they need a source of essence. If that were infinite, pumping with essence would probably be a common solution. Yes, they're obviously getting the essence from somewhere, and the question is where. My guess is that they're mass harvesting animals or plants or something in the region. The sporelings being present actually might be an interesting case because it would imagine that these sporelings probably have higher essence than normal mushrooms, but they can still be cultivated like mushrooms. Andra's titties sounds way different than Andra's bosom. I mean, yeah. Oh, look, it's a bot. Hello, bot. Thank you for adding to our interaction. Goodbye. And nothing of value was lost. We can't perform this either, so I don't know what this is as like some kind of fucking flex when we can't do it. Well, it's not about size, it's about how you use it.
If you say so, darling. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I have a new artifact to study. Thank you for your help, Godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
Well, that's something I hope never happens again.
I've got a few inches to spare if she changes her mind.
Okay, I see you like them short too. Lord Brown Bear, Kai is one of your people. If an Orlan reacts like that, you might have an issue. Shut up. Notice from the governor. Travelers in Emerald Stair, proceed at your own risk. Unprecedented environmental changes have weakened our infrastructure, opened treacherous sinkholes, and angered the flora and fauna. Unless you have critical business in Fioro Messiverno, I suggest you turn back until the situation normalizes, which it should be any day now. Governor Ignacy Vidaro. Someone has scribbled at the bottom, this is the new normal. Oh, that doesn't bode well. Okay, that's not a good sign. Okay, so we came from that direction. We gotta head down this way. There's stuff ahead of us. Sup, guys? Get zapped. Alright, you things are called death blooms. I don't like the name of that. Get sliced. Okay, them ragdolling is adorably hilarious.
Another win.
They look so stupid. Ooh, wild mushroom cap. Oh, wait. Oh, hello.
Stand back.
Get it. Sporlings are fun. They look adorable, and then you smack them and they go flying. It's fun. Oh, common swords, silver fennegs, common dagger. I've had these dreams. I tried talking to the others. They think I'm insane. I'm not. There's something in the earth, in the island. I've spoken to the Animancers, the Watchers, and the priests. No one understood. I felt it, though. When no god answered my prayers, when I was without a single mercy, I felt it. The radiating heat of packed dirt, the cooling kiss of the wind. I'm not their champion. I'm not even the first to know them. I am an ant before the awe of infinity. Something is coming. Dark times, sick times. I will be with them when it comes. The tiniest margin closer to divinity. Well, doesn't seem to have worked out for you. That or you chose to die here, and that was the plan all along. Either way, not something I want to do. Break you down. Thank you. Go ahead and put the sword away. All right, Coastal Farms.
I've never seen Emerald Stair like this. It's usually so nice.
Oh god, that's one hell of a proclamation from you, Marius, given everything you just said about the region when we were camping. Okay, yeah, this place is getting overgrown fast. Yeah, they're... What? Looks like animancy equipment? Yeah, they're literally pumping essence, like, disperse... Okay, alright, well... We're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a problem. Oh god. Lodwyn is gonna fucking flip her shit when she sees this. And I'm not even really gonna be able to blame her. Jesus Christ.
Those
Obviously
are no ordinary farmhands.
No shit, Kai. Anybody home? Got soul pod. Oh. Alright, this is... Oh cool, it gets worse! Open that up, please. Vessel flesh, hardwood branch, thank you. Elia Roselle's journal. Silva was acting up again, but I'm not surprised. He was my first raising, so he's bound to be unstable. How do I prove that undead labor is the future of agriculture when my best example is a violent corpse? I should build more safeguards into their collars or invest in louder bells. Oh my fucking god. This is a deep pain. Well, no, not for me, but it will be a deep pain when Lodwyn sees this shit. Oh my god. Don't worry, everybody. Animancy is totally the way of the future. By the way. Nope.
They toil, and the earth gives in return.
Go that far.
The harvest.
A godlike in Emerald Stair. Well, maybe our luck's improving.
So you run this place.
I'd offer to shake your hand,
It is a deep sort of take. God damn it.
All day.
Fun fact in Galarian, there's a necromantic magocracy called Geb that uses mindless zombie farmers. I feel like I've heard of that, but I did not remember it. Sorry, hold on. What did she say? I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day. Ugh. You mean the rotting cadaver?
Try and use their names, if you don't mind. It builds their confidence.
No, that makes it worse. That makes it worse. I'm not humanizing the zombies. What the fuck?
As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
Alright, even my watcher, who is generally pretty neutral on animancy, would have a hard time defending this one.
Oh, and what do you use for fertilizer? Other corpses?
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple.
Wait. If you shoved a soul back inside of it, these things are still going to be craving kith flesh. Where does she get the corpses? I'm assuming she buys them. You're using the undead for labor.
What am I supposed to do? Just let them decompose? Reanimated corpses are the future of manual labor. Cost-effective, low maintenance, and very friendly.
The part is, I've had this character concept before for a D&D game that I never got to use, which was a cleric of a god of commerce who would use necromantic spells to create undead labor that he would then use to build and farm. But I went about it from a commerce perspective, not a let me prove the man-made horrors beyond your comprehension perspective.
Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong.
I'll tell you what doesn't belong in there. My hand.
Just imagine you're preparing to roast a chicken. A wet, ropey, warm chicken.
Using corpses to fulfill unskilled labor can have the same consequences on the economy as slavery. Yep, pretty much. And worse in some way. Well, I would normally say worse, because you have the case of, well, the undead can never uprise against you, which also means there's no incentive to change the system. But these are revenants. They eat people to maintain their physical forms. So these things are going to fall apart one way or the other. And look at the amount of fucking fungal growths on them. How are they still standing?
If Beatrice ate something that disagreed with her, the least I can do is keep it from spreading to the rest of the flock.
This farm must smell so bad. This farm must smell like absolute dog shit at all times. Think revenants lose the presence of mind for cannibalism, or do they keep it until they hit skeleton? I'd have to double check the lore. I'd have to double check the lore entries from the previous 2 games, and I don't have time to do that right now.
Make sure you wash your hands after this.
Huh. It's like cleaning a deer carcass. If it was rotting and smelled like Kai after his morning run.
Did I convince one of you two to do this? No, I figured not. What the fuck?
Emerald Stair has seen better days. With any luck, the turning of the seasons will favor us.
What is with all the equipment around your farm?
We're Animancers. Hooking up equipment and seeing what happens is what we do.
I don't think the revenants have enough mind to sustain themselves. They aren't ghouls or dargles, so then they end up decomposing anyway, and you have to replace them with new bodies. So you're replacing the cost of labor with constantly having to replace your equipment, so to speak. Which also means you need an Animancer on hand to run that equipment at all times. I don't think this is working the way she thinks it is. She probably infuses them with essence manually. That might explain the generators around the farm.
You see, the living lands is rich with essence, the energy of souls.
They do have purple stuff on the collars, so you might be correct there, Tenwin.
We channel this energy into our fields, and that's why Emerald Stair is the breadbasket of the living lands.
There's something poetic about the idea of plants eating souls to survive. Creepy, but poetic.
Given the amount of carnivorous flora on this continent, Marius, it's honestly not that far off.
But as you can see, we've been dealing with some irregularities.
I just don't think they're a major risk to turn this area into Left 4 Dead with arquebuses. No, but there's still a lot of bad here. My character's gonna dive for the main issue. Could it perhaps be related to the Dream Scourge?
Giata thinks so, and I trust Giata. Traditional farms depend on water, sunlight, and the mercy of insects. What you see here is no different.
Well, yes, but we know how to handle those. What we don't know how to handle is raw essence being pumped into the ground. And occasionally into the workers, technically.
Animancy can change the world. But it's an uphill climb. People don't trust what they don't understand.
Okay, we'll talk. Okay, so she's not giving me a choice. Yeah, there's a reservoir of essence built into the collar from the looks of it. And room for additional in case she needs to, like, keep it functioning for a long time. But even just the mold growths would lead to these things decomposing in, like, God, I'm gonna have to do some research. How quickly does a body decompose in a tropical environment? So we're 3 for 3 on sexually forward Orlan companions, aren't we? I'm starting to notice a theme. I'll take that, thank you. I don't even, fine. Ugh. There, blighted crop. What the fuck is this? This crop is infested with unusual blight. You pulled it from the stomach of a remnant in Emerald Square. Pretty quickly. Orlan's be passionately horny.
I saw you reach into Beatrice.
Ugh, it looks like she ate some of your crops.
Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories.
And that would be?
Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting Animancy, unraveling our work.
Well, that confirms that the Dream Scourge is a soul blight, since it's interfering with the essence you're pumping out of the ground.
Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural.
Well, I suppose I do dig through a lot of corpses.
Not really. But that's all right. You and I have something in common.
We'll talk later. No, we don't have anything in common. I don't like you, lady. You're... Again, I say again, even Pelagina would come down here and be like, huh, we might need to have a talk with some of the Animancers around here. But again, this is... Again, even the Vailian Republics have some restrictions on Animancy research and applications. This is what happens when Animancers have literally no oversight. Oh god, Aloth would be losing his mind if he saw this. He would... Watcher, I know that you talked me down from my extremist position, and I thought that some Animancers could be trusted. But after seeing this, all I can say is, fireball. Yeah. The restrictions in general being, this is gross, please don't. Or if it is gross, please take it away from everybody else who doesn't want to deal with it. Why is that Bard? She's keeping revenants in there, isn't she? I'll bet you anything. I'll bet you anything she's got extra dead bodies in there. How do we get in there? Can we drop from above? Ooh, could we? Could we drop from above? Hold the phone, hold the phone. I think we can. That, or we can maybe... Hold on. Can we climber up here? This side? Nope. Hold the phone. This way. Back around. We need to go back up the cliffside. Yep. Oh, Desiree, you found out my mass murder hobby. Yeah, it wouldn't fucking surprise me. I mean, you just know, come on, it's a city of Animancers. You just know we're gonna get a quest like that where it's like, oh, there's no way it could be one of our Animancers, and then we open the guy's door, like, to his cellar, and it's just filled with bodies. Okay, okay, whoa, no. Okay, well, that did not go the way I wanted it to. Oh, dear. Ow. Can we? Ow. 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 Literally walking on thorns up there. Holy shit. Okay, try that again. Try that again. Come on. So we can't get over there. We've got to go around where we were before. God damn it. That means we got to go all the way back up there. Occurs to me, using corpses for labor creates an incentive for having a surplus of dead people. Yeah. Ooh, okay. So that's... Is that the building? Oh, hello. We... don't die! Oh, we didn't die. Haha! Oh dear, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Guys, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I don't think they thought about this. I don't think they thought about this one bit. There we go. Ow. Okay, back into first person. Let's heal up, please. Yes. Eat that. Hardwood branch. Yeah, there's shit in here. Oh, dear. So, oh, this is the one she was talking about not working properly. Ow. Ow. Please swing. There we go. Oh.
That it?
Yes, that was it. She's not going to be very happy with this. Oh, well. Let's invent the medical insurance industry. Oh, God. Discover the flight spell. You're going to be an archmage. Did I miss a plant? I did miss a plant. There it is. Hylea's Talon. Nice. Oh, and there's 2 of them. Sweet. Take that. Okay. Okay, so there was a very easy way to get around here. All right. Well, now I feel dumb, but oh well. Okay, and that leads right back down to them. She's going to be very upset with me when I come back over here, isn't she? Oh well. The fact that it's even called a Revenant farm is just, Okay, no, she doesn't care.
Come back soon.
To be fair, she hasn't even gone over there, so she doesn't know. Run away before she figures it out. Okay, okay, yeah. Oh, this place is, I think this is even bigger than the previous zone. Holy shit. Okay. Admittedly, it also looks more inhabited than the other. Like, there's way more, like, small settlement area outside the main city. The name's a Revenant farm makes me wonder if she's farming Revenants or making farms with Revenants. I would recommend heading to the city.
7 in the past week. How am I supposed to live like this?
What's going on?
Ah, Ado. You've caught me at an unfortunate time.
Is that an Aothas symbol in the background? The fuck? Oh, no, that's the 5 Sons. That's the Valiant Republics. Right.
You wouldn't happen to be an Animancer?
No. Don't tell me this is something to do with your unfortunate time.
I just need someone who can tame these damnable beings. If I have to chase down one more Revenant, I'll lose my mind.
Oh, she's not the only one doing this. Oh, fuck. They can't be that fast, can they?
I don't know. They just disappear. I wish they would at least come back. Soon I won't have any left.
You wish? Dear Lord, we have to contain this before people panic.
People? People are used to the damned things wandering around. I'm the one who's panicking here.
Oh God, it's a commonly accepted practice. I thought she was just a crazy person living on the edge of town. I don't know where they're going. They vanish. Oh dear God.
If Aelia finds out, I'll never hear the end of it.
No. Okay, I'm confused as to what direction we're taking this conversation. Whatever. What did you do?
She wouldn't push her research far enough. She wasn't willing to take risks.
Oh, she's the moderate in this conversation. Oh, fuck. This entire town. Oh, God. I'm going to hate it here, aren't I?
Whatever you all are doing, it's clearly working wonders so far.
And how's that risk-taking working out for you?
You know, maybe there is something. Maybe I know where they went. I've caught them trying to shamble off to the nearby lake before. Revenants aren't very bright. That can't be a coincidence. They must be attracted to something. It could even have power over them.
All right. I'll humor you. What kind of something?
It could be anything in a place like this. A relic? A grimoire? Luminous Adra? No, that wouldn't make sense.
If it was Luminous Adra, I'd expect you guys would have found it by now and immediately started using it. If your morbid curiosity gets me killed.
Nonsense. Revenants are harmless. It's hard enough making them useful.
Revenants are harmless. Spoken like a man who has never had to fight the damn things.
I'd look myself, but I don't trust the few subjects I have left. Oh, and if you find something, I'd be grateful if you brought it here. I want to see whether it leads the surviving revenants back. The only way to find out is to experiment.
Aloth would be losing his mind in this place. He would be... Aloth's solution, I'm not even overstating it. Aloth would just start fireballing half the people. Well, maybe not the people, but he'd definitely start fireballing the equipment. Holy fuck. Yay, more spring berries. All right, well, let's at least get up to the city. Oh my God.
I don't see what's the problem.
What now?
If you can't see it, I doubt I can explain it to you.
Tell me another solution that would be half as efficient as that.
They just make me feel uncomfortable.
Oh, finally somebody talking sense about the revenants, please.
I'm glad to see revenants working in our fields. I see nothing wrong with it.
What if the body used to be your brother? Your grandfather? You, Aedyran, you know what a revenant is, don't you? Your dead friends and family walking around rotting all over your cabbages?
Yeah, no. You're using the dead to work your fields as well.
Well, they're more efficient than we are. They don't need to sleep or eat, and it leaves us free to do other things.
Imagine how efficient revenants are. You just can't sell the idea to sell. Yeah, no. Like, again, like in the Valian republics, the dukes, given their preference for wealth and working out strategic advantages over their neighbors, would at least be like, hey, this is an interesting idea. Don't do it next to where everyone's living. Please. Is it really slavery if they're dead? As you yourself said, Lord Brownbear, it does provide the same economic incentives as slavery, which already have societal impacts far greater than, well, most people think.
Oh, well, fire is much more efficient at harvesting the fields, but we wouldn't want to eat whatever it leaves behind. Every monster we let wander the valley is one more threat to our children, not to mention to our crops.
I would count thralls as slaves. I mean, it basically is. No. No. I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting to go full Aedyran today, but I guess we're going full Aedyran today. I agree with her. The dead should not be used as farming equipment.
At least someone around here seems to have a semblance of common sense.
Thrall is just a different word for slave. It has a few different connotations depending on the universe and the context, but yes, in general it does. There's also the fact that we know that revenants are naturally hostile. Yeah, without those control collars on them, they would be attacking. Like, there wouldn't even be a question. They would be trying to kill people. Matia's VA sounds really bad. It was passable. I think the delivery was a little off, is all.
I mean, it's creepy. They're corpses.
I think they were going, the direction they told her VA was probably to go for like an older woman, but then they stuck the voice on like a middle-aged woman and it just doesn't come off quite right. A bit of slurring on the accent. Yeah, I think she was also having trouble with the accent. That might also explain it. All right, as I said, let's at least get to the city and we'll fan out from there. Is that more Hylea's Talon? Yes. Yes. Oh, there's a merchant over here. Chickens! Hello, chickens. Let's go. Okay, may as well check out the merchant here. Hello! Luisa Melser.
You're the first godlike to come through in... well, I can't remember how long. I hope that's a good sign.
She doesn't sound super bad, but she just doesn't sound too Valian. Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting everyone to have a really thick Valian accent. Well, I don't think it's a bad sign.
I'll take what I can get.
Fair enough. We all do.
If the gods don't bless us with a harvest soon, this market will be empty come winter.
Ugh. Do you have anything else left to sell?
We have a few trinkets, but our stock has been low on account of the recent troubles. If you have coin to spare, take a look at what's left. There should be more once the harvest comes.
Let me see what you have. A fine axe and a fine round shield. Animancers Swallowtail. 40 maximum essence. Ooh. It's a light armor, though. But at some point, we should probably buy these ones in the stores because we also want to break them down, too. Essence pot, lockpicks. Give me. You know, we've got some... We should do some cooking next time we camp. Takehu, you and the Aothis godlike, but he's dead now. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Takehu's not in the game. He's just been mentioned, but yeah. Oh, she has highlighted talent, but oh, she has... God, they cost a lot. Well, no, we've actually got... We've got good... We're good on money. Let's go ahead and grab that. Hello. Oh. The Skane god totem? Oh, fuck. I don't want to talk to Skane. Who the hell would want to talk to Skane? God damn it. I mean, let's take it. To find the totem of the... You know what? I'm not even going to consider these because after the embarrassment that was the last one last time, I'm just going to explore. And if we need to find the last one at some point, we will. I'm not even going to look at these until we need them. I don't think there was anything else. There you go. We'll find those eventually. Oh, I do like the look of the Valiant armor. Thanks for the drink. Anything? Oh, somebody left some money there. I'll take that. Hello, everybody. All right, yep, let's just keep on going on.
That's all you've got. Last week you said there'd be grain.
I know what I said, but we only have so much to go around.
Are the Animancers starving as well, Or are they sipping tea?
Take it up with the governor. I don't make the rules. Go home. Lay traps in the woods and pray for game. I can't help you, godlike.
Not surprised. We're probably going to be seeing some grain riots or something in here at some point. Due to her being guaranteed to die if you go against the Valiants in Deadfire, I think if we ever get a PoE3 with Pallegina, probably be one of the godlikes that got absorbed no matter what. Maybe 10 win, but at the same time, Pallegina might be one of the few godlikes that can't be reabsorbed because her chime got removed. Thanks to the efforts of the... Oh god, I can't remember his name now. But the guy that we helped out who developed the treatment for her. Her chime was partially, if not fully, severed. Hyleia might not be able to withdraw her power from it. At least not fully. What in the fuck? Not removed, severed, not necessarily the same. Fair, fair, but still. Okay, the mold is producing that. Interesting. So yeah, they're utilizing the essence of the various molds and fungus and all this other stuff growing here, then repurposing that essentially as animantic fertilizer for the rest of the crops. It's an interesting idea. It's essentially fertilizer, but magical. Also, I hear it. I hear it. There it is. Thank you. Oh, good. Lockpicks were in that one. Thank God. Oh, what are you? Due to structural instability caused by a recent sinkhole, this building is condemned until further notice. Valerie, if you're reading this, please speak with the governor for more information on relocation. As tempting as it may be to ignore the issue for so long, after so long on the road, please be mindful it is not safe here. You will be looked after. Huh, interesting. So did the sinkhole just straight up open up inside of the building? Give me all that. Thank you. Oh. Is there a way inside is the question. Does not... Well, no, that's not high enough. And that's not going to get us high enough. Oh, well. Hello, I'll take that. Essence potion. I'm not talking to you, buddy. Give me a second. Somebody left some money over here. Thank you. Now, what do you want, dipshit?
Gods, what do I tell Sovia? What do I tell the children? It's not bad enough that their mother a little earlier and you'd have beaten the other bandits to my crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it?
You mind... Okay, scale the hostility back, buddy. And why don't you actually start with a conversation? Why don't you tell me what you lost instead of insulting?
I left the whole pile right here. Enough food, good food, safe food to get us through the next few months. I went inside just for a moment. The bandits took everything.
Why did you have it piled up out here? That's a horrible idea.
This was probably her last harvest.
There's not a damn thing left to eat.
Maybe I can find them. What do they look like?
Like thieves. They're not from around here, I know that. They had a few elves among them. I've got no problem with elves, but they looked rough. Like they weren't civilized.
Points to my pointy ears. You want to rephrase some of these conversations? Because it does seem like you have a problem with elves. Consider yourself lucky it was larceny and not outright robbery.
You know, bandits.
It really does sound like you have a bit of a chip on your shoulder about elves to me.
I see what you're doing. Don't make me out to be prejudiced. I know your type. You'll be poking around for contraband and dream thralls next.
I mean, he's not wrong. Wait, dream throw. Okay, so that, yeah, it's referring specifically to that. I'll bring your stolen food back, but we're gonna have more of a conversation when I'm done.
When they ran away, I saw them following the river north. They're probably hiding up there, waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever I can. You can't put a price on survival.
Okay, we'll see about that. Why is there a red icon? What is over there? Oh, spider. Multiple spiders? Multiple spiders. And sporelings. All right, let's shoot them.
Beyond seek.
Tap, 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 tap. Yep. You coming for me, little guy? It's adorable. I don't even care that I got hit. Their attack is adorable. They just do the little charge with their head. It's so good. Pop. Let's see here. Oh, really? Nothing to loot over here? Nothing at all? Okay. Treats. Well, the plants are definitely growing, like, up and into the city, which is interesting. Animancers notes, teaching sporelings to wield firearms. I mean, what's going on here?
You're not still on about that, are you?
What's going on?
Why do you keep insisting I have to be wrong?
Oh?
What about you? You're the envoy. Of all people, you should know.
How the fuck do you all know that I'm the envoy? About what?
I was out hunting for springberries yesterday evening when I saw a group of soldiers in the woods.
I mean, Aedyran soldiers? Valian soldiers? Who are we talking about?
I didn't linger long. I didn't want them to notice me, but they were Aedyran. I'm sure of it.
Casual reminder that sporelings want to kill you and infest you with spores. They may be adorable plush babies, but they are very much lethal. Very true. Very true. Doesn't stop them from looking adorable. It's like squigs from Warhammer 40k in fantasy. It's literally a mouth with teeth, a mouth with legs, and it wants to eat you. But God, they look adorable. How many were there?
I spotted 3. There may have been a 4th, but it was getting dark. I also saw the most unusual woman. She was alone, but I couldn't see her face behind the cowl and mask.
God damn it. That would be Inquisitor Lodwin. I would suggest you all keep your distance from her.
An Inquisitor? Here? In Emerald Stair? What did I tell you?
Barrett's bells, give it a rest.
I mean, if she...
Ludwig for a walk in the woods type, but who knows?
Well, it's because Lodwin isn't so stupid as to try and take an entire city with guards and military forces with only herself and 3 other knights. She's not, she's obviously not as capable as my Watcher. My Watcher could take an entire city with 3 companions, but I highly doubt Lodwin could. I swear to God, if we get shot again going into the city, I'm gonna be very upset. What do y'all do?
I don't think you can deny that everything wrong in Fior obviously comes from using animancy.
We don't use animancy on our farms in Dawnshore, and our forests aren't trying to kill us.
I don't know what you want from me. The other Animancers and I are just doing the best we can to survive.
The 99% of people don't know that she's a death card. The remaining 1% know better than a bother one. That is true.
The Aedyrans have already made great strides in bringing order to Paradise.
I just want to go home without being harassed.
Why does a death guard just walk around like it's normal? Because, actually, aside from Tenwin's point that most people don't know she's a death guard, she is just a paladin of Wotica. She doesn't care. Oh, I'm dead now, but I can still do the work of my goddess? Guess what? I'm gonna go do the work of my goddess. She doesn't give a shit. And anyone who gives her a problem about it, she kills.
What happened? They're not bad people. They just have bad ideas.
Fine. If I ever have any crops of my own, I won't use animancy around them. Happy?
It's still just so weird that there's so much animantic equipment around here. We spend the last 2 games barely seeing any, and then now, well, I mean, not barely any, but very little in comparison to everything else. And
you showed up at a bad time.
What the fuck do you want? Don't get snippy with me already.
Word of advice: give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giata's about to tear that poor man a new one.
Unfortunately, that's where I'm headed.
Well, I hope you have a stomach for profanity.
Oh, I can swear as well as anyone. Thank you very much. Be interesting to see if she can.
Huh. A woman shouting profanity at leadership? Reminds me of home.
Would be a funny inside joke if you got shot every time you entered the city. I would start to really question whoever was writing this. Her being a Death Guard just kind of makes her more motivated to do her duty as a paladin. Yeah, pretty much.
She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
I dislike how often guards give you attitude. To be fair, Lord Brownbear, it's mainly the Paradisen militia who didn't like us because we're an envoy of Aedyr. And now we're going into Avalian City, who definitely don't like us because we're Aedyran. I think Tenwin, I think what Lord Brownbear is saying is he doesn't like the fact that we can't just tell him to fuck off.
Animancers fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giata's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last.
And to be fair, this guy is way more polite once he realized that we're actually here on official business. How are your people faring against the Dream Scourge?
Not well, apparently. Giata says it's infected the farms, and every day it gets harder to doubt her.
Just take a blessed day look outside. Doesn't take a genius to see this place is rolling downhill.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
Right, I keep forgetting they're militia, not professional guards. Yeah, no, the Aedyran guards are actual military. We've had pretty much no problems with them, aside from the Steel Garrote being too serious. But the local militia, as we saw with the event in the last episode, is straight up. The guy says, we're a militia. We have other jobs that we do in Paradise. Like, they are a part-time military force. And I can't imagine it's much better here, given that this colony is not an official colony of the Valian republics.
I was hoping to learn some local curses.
It might be a bit more professional. It looks a little more professional, judging from this guard, but I mean, I guess we'll find out once we go inside. Unfortunately, there's an ad that's supposed to be starting soon, so I don't want to go in and have a story moment and then immediately get hit with an ad. So we're going to wander around outside a little bit. There is an item here. What did I miss? Where are you at? Oh, Bird Lady, thank you. And there it is. There it is. But yeah, no, like, see...
Yeah,
oh.
I pretty much brought that plague bear down by myself.
Did you now?
Captain Masoni said he'd never seen anything like it.
Oh, I bet. Enjoy Fjord.
Yeah, see, they're a little more professional than the Paradisen militia, but they're not like... Even the Aedyrans are a bit more staunch, but that's also because they're fucking Aedyran. Also, that is a very strange light texture coming through the clouds. I don't think that was intended. Oh, there was definitely more to this area before. I can't tell if those are godless runes out there or if those are like the Valians used to have more stuff out on the islands out on that side. What do you have to say?
Did that tree just move?
No, Kai, you're fine. Calm down. Stop being paranoid.
Don't eat the brown berries. They're not actually berries.
Sorry, you just got hit by an arrow. Seems is not going into the city. Made the rebels chasing you shoot you down due to not being behind protected walls. God, it wouldn't surprise me. Is there anything over here? Nope. Ooh, I like the sound effect. I'm getting like clicking sounds from beetles and other things in the background. It's a really nice touch. Ambient noises is something that I'm very glad a game like this went hard on the ambient noises. The animal sounds, everything like that, the wind blowing through. Very nice, very nice. See, that's the kind of detail I appreciate. The loading screen, always. Okay, we're not getting shot. Oh, hello.
Ah,
the Emperor's envoy. Come to interfere in Steel Garrote business again?
That depends. Are you doing something that requires my interference, Captain?
Certainly not. Besides, I have no more business in Fjord. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Please, Captain, leave the diplomacy to the diplomats. I beg you.
Fair enough, envoy. Talk to the man all you'd like. When diplomacy fails, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Aedyran interests.
Stare quizzically.
We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
Yeah.
Subtle means something different outside of Solace.
Believe me, by the Steel Garrote standards, that was subtle. Lodwin is what happens when you're not subtle. Thorn fruit. Oop, oop, oop. Oop, they gave him the classic Spanish conquistador helmets. Very nice. I don't know what those helmets are actually called. I've just always associated them with the conquistadors. Oh, I thought you were leaving.
May the burned queen watch over you.
Guess not. Is this a shop?
Can I interest you in some glaveberries or Barrett's bells, perhaps?
I'm assuming you're an alchemist?
Welcome to Poria in Velino, the finest legitimate apothecary of Emerald Stair.
Legitimate apothecary? Oh boy. How's business?
5 summers ago, business was thriving. But now charlatans are selling crystals and essence enlargers in the streets. Add rumors of Dreamscourge and everyone is buying from these swindlers. At least you've come in.
You could now, why all the intellect dialogue options about being a asshole? The people are scared and want reassurances. That's all.
I know, I wish they'd trust my expertise. But with medicine, there are no easy answers. At least I don't have to convince you.
What do you have? Ooh. Oh. So there's kind of no reason not to buy an exceptional piece of equipment rather than upgrade just yet. Because by having a piece of exceptional equipment on hand, I would get more uniques that are the right level. Shit, fuck. Oh, damn it. What else does she have? She has Hylea's Talon. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna break those down. Let's sell them. Honestly, I'm gonna sell the Kith Warder. I am not, no. Plus 10% damage from other sources is bad. Even if it is giving me damage reduction against the rest of it. I'll keep the others. Kith Warder is shite. Yeah, it's a shame. Oh, thank God, I do have a couple of gems to sell. Very nice. So, yeah, I'm thinking I really want one of these. So, 58 and 30. Wow. Okay, yeah, they really pushing the Grimoire being the preferred way to use magic. Elements. Ember. Rhyme has Blizzard and Bristling Frost. Sparks has... Huh, really? Jolting Touch to Grimoire Snap to Spirit Lance. Huh, that seems a weird... Conjures a sphere of arcane energy that rises upwards and unleashing a destructive volley of missiles that seek nearby enemies. Okay. Grimoire of Storms. Jolting Touch, Blizzard, Crackling Bolt, and Returning Storm. Powerful thunderstorm that strikes the earth with lightning bolts, dealing stun and shock accumulation to nearby enemies. Nice. Oh, Minoleta's Conduit. Yeah, see, like, I have no reason not to buy an exceptional item, so that way this stuff will get upgraded. What does it even do? Plus 5% attack damage, 30% maximum wand range. That's actually pretty good. And hits deal 10% bonus shock damage. Unique wand, yeah. But I, like, so, I'm not... I'm thinking of this correctly, right, Tenwin? I buy one of these, and that means any future uniques that we find in this area will automatically be tier 3, right? Like, I'm not misremembering that, right? That is how this is going to work. Yes. Okay, so I desperately need to buy this then. If that's the case... Fireball, Blizzard, Crackling Bolt, and Bristling Frost. You know what? We're going to go with the Greater Elements one. Yes, that's going to be most of our money. So I wonder... Hold on.
All ingredients are
And then we go back in. We talk to her. Okay, no. So this quality is whenever you find it at. So because we talked to her and the highest one was rank 1 or rank 2, we got one that was 1 rank behind that, and that's it. So we need to, yeah, at least like 99% certain that's how it works. Well, if it doesn't, well, then we just wasted a lot of money, but oh well.
What else to get?
Who the hell are you?
They do such lovely work here, don't they? Hang on. I know you from Solace, right?
I'm afraid I don't know who you are, just as you don't know who I am.
I'm certain that any other uniques you find or loot will be a higher level. Okay. Also, interesting. He just said he knows you from Solace, but you speak with a Valian accent.
You're blessed ain't mad. I remember you. I got you.
So, we understand each other then.
Oh, great. The fucking Pargrunen are infiltrating other settlements to keep an eye on them. That's great.
I never thought the world of Animancy could be so varied and fascinating. I can make use of so much of this equipment.
Fake accent, that's my assumption. Pargrunen? I thought your people didn't travel outside Galloway's tusks.
Yeah, I suppose it's a bit unusual to see one of my people about. But I'm here on important business. If you see anyone else from Solace Keep, just do me a favor and don't tell them you saw me.
Fine. I'll keep your secret.
Thank you. I wouldn't want my fellow wardens to misunderstand.
But we still don't even know why you're here.
Don't, but you seem to have an idea of it, Marius.
You know what I mean. And Marius, it was good to see you. May you find all you're looking for and more. Please be discreet. Solace Keep wouldn't understand.
Okay. All right, fine. More quests.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Aedyran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. The mushrooms are kind of adorable when you send them flying with a two-handed sword.
The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
That is your fault, but if it is, you have to make amends. No apologies necessary. What prayer were you reciting just now?
I was calling on the spirits of the recently dead to follow the guidance of Bareth, god of death. I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence and continue on their way without anger.
For smacking the sporling, yeah. I mean, I'm still open to switching out what my two-handed weapon is if we find a cooler one. It's just for right now, the two-handed sword is the best button we got.
The dead of Fjord expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Are you referring to the old Valian custom of offering fresh food for the recently departed?
That's exactly it. Well done. I have always observed it, and I brought it with me when I came to Fjord. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
Oh, that's actually a good point, given the cultural peculiarities of a lot of the civilizations on Aeora. There are a lot of practices regarding the dead. At the very least, you think the Valians would want people to respect the dead until you raised them, even if you were agreeing with raising them for the purposes of using them as farm labor. If you're not even following the basic tenets, you're going to piss off both, you're going to piss them off on another cultural angle that could lead to problems later down the line.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal.
Oh, but yeah, Kai has a point.
On the dead?
Yeah, Kai has a point here, though.
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
And you really think people aren't just gonna steal it?
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
Huh. I believe this ritual is carried out more for the grieving dead, or for the grieving survivors than for the spirits of the dead. This seems like a waste of food when the rest of the town is starving. You really believe the dead are mad because they don't have their last meal? Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to side with Kai on this one. I'm afraid that this seems like a terrible waste of food when the rest of the town is starving.
I had to take the food. The fate of Fjord depends on it. I know Elena would understand how important it is to pay tribute to the dead.
Please, ma'am, this ritual was often carried out more for the grieving survivors than for the spirits of the dead.
The ritual heals all. The spirits get one more taste of life, and the living get to offer one last gift to the dead.
No, I think she's just very religious, Tenwin. Very religious, very culturally minded, and quite frankly, given the state of the town, we're seeing desperate. They're grasping for anything that'll help at this point. What exactly do you need us to do?
You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Whose bodies rest there?
Loggers from the old days. They sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest.
AKA crazy. I'm joking. I know you are, Tenwin, but the dismissal of the religiosity within the context of the world is how we end up with quests like the abortion one last time. That sounded overly harsh, but you get what I mean. You can't just dismiss, like, this isn't like the real world where we can argue endlessly in loops about people's religiosity and spirituality. This is Aeora. Within the context of Aeora, the gods are real, and you have to deal with that, whether you like it or not.
The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here.
And whose spirits wander this swamp?
They buried the bodies of settlers there, intrepid sorts that tried to tame the farther reaches of Emerald Stairs wilds. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
And what of this final grave?
Such a tragedy. A young family lost their lives there as the wilds encroached, swallowed before they could even flee.
I hope we get to see that in action. Like, I want to see the actual wilderness rise up and attack us, because I think that would be an interesting concept. Horrifying for people in universe to deal with, but interesting from a player perspective. This seems a waste, but hopefully it will help you and these spirits find some peace.
That is the least of my worries. But yes, bringing closure to the recent dead will finally allow me a good night's sleep. I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Optional, speak to the grain merchant about the stolen food. Oh, so she stole it. Oh, see, now we have a problem. Now we have a fucking problem. I thought she had managed to acquire it legally and was just using it for this purpose. I wouldn't have had a problem with that. But she stole it. Okay, now we have an issue. Edict of Subsistence. By order of the governor's will in office, all greens, fruits, and grains of the earth are to be rationed by Fjord's proper authority, effective immediately. These temporary measures shall be in place until further notice. Any attempts at subversion will be swiftly dealt with. And there we go. So now we have a okay, yeah. Okay, lady, I'm sorry, but I'm probably going to be giving that food to people who actually need it. I'm sorry, but no. Wait a second. I have food with me. Why can't I just offer some of my food at the grave sites instead? Tightly packed in burlap, these small packages contain food offerings from Elder Rosanna meant to assuage the anger of the dead. Huh. So you'd think I'd be able to do that. I'm literally carrying, like, holy God. I am literally carrying an entire fucking grocer's worth of food on my back right now. What's this? Note is hastily scrawled but radiates with love. LM, I hope you find this note well. What an occasion despite the lackluster fruit. You always were the life of the party despite your claims otherwise. I look forward to more antics soon. Till we meet again. FB. Let's do something going on there. Oh, okay. Alright, so this place isn't nearly as big as Paradise. Fair enough. But it, oh.
What's the meaning of this?
Oh dear.
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
Okay, dude, that's a little optimistic, I think.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now.
Hold on. Hold on. I'll get to you guys in a second. Hold on. Can I read this? Missing person, Maxim Vidaro. I am offering a substantial reward to anyone who can locate the remains of Maxim Vidaro. He vanished in the wilderness of Emerald Stair 10 years ago. His journal is also missing. We'll accept it as proof of discovery. Maxim was our founder, my father, and a devout Skainite. Oh my fucking god. So not only is this a unofficial Valian colony with no oversight from the republics, not only is it settled by Animancers, who have no oversight to begin with, but doubly so in this place, but thirdly, their founder was a fucking Skainite. How the hell has this town not descended into total insanity? Why does Lodwyd sound more reasonable by the fucking second? Why? Why are you making the Steel Garrote sound more reasonable by the fucking second? How? How do you manage that? How? I am in shock. How the fuck do you manage that? How? That is something that is brought up unusually often in this game. A devout Skainite isn't usually something you post publicly. To be fair, the one thing I can say is that the general accepted thing is that the guy's been missing for 10 years. He's dead. So, whoop-de-fucking-do. He was a devout Skainite. Let's move on. But still, that means this place was founded by a fucking Skainite. What the fuck? Okay, we need to have a nice, long discussion with you people because holy crap.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us.
Sorry, I had a cough. Oh, I muted the mic there for a second. Oh, sorry, where were we? Dream Scourge, yes?
Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Just told me this place was founded in direct defiance of authority, which explains the rampant animancy. Yes, and animancy already is kind of rampantly anti-authority because of the restrictions that were placed on it for years in Aedyr and the and Grand Valia. Apologies. Sorry to interrupt. I'm looking into the Dream Scourge on behalf of the Imperial Court of Aedyr.
In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
That doesn't mean jack shit, Kai, and you know it.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
As I said, I'm an Aedyran envoy of the Imperial Court. Is that official enough?
Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm not here for influence. I am here as a representative of His Imperial Majesty the Fekhonig of Aedyr. Please, Governor, speak with me as you would a proper diplomat.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. So far, it looks like he's done a pretty piss-poor job of running this place, and his father was a Skainite. Sorry.
As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
From the sound of it, yes, because you can't seem to grow any actual food around here anymore, which is kind of a problem.
Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
So Giada would. She doesn't look bad. She looks pleasant. I don't get why some people are so hung up on the lip syncing. I've played games with far worse lip syncing, and I just don't care anymore. As long as it vaguely resembles it, I'm fine. That's why I'm here. Perhaps an Animancer can help me stop it. That's why I'm here. Perhaps an Animancer could assist me in stopping.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
I like her already.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust Animancy as his father did.
From what we know about his dad, I'm not sure that that's the worst position to take anyways. Not all the Arcane Scholar options are that good. I don't like that one. It's difficult to ignore dying farms once you start starving.
As usual, Giada never misses a chance to slander me. I don't ignore her concerns, only her methods.
A Valian worried about methods? God, shock and awe.
And you still do nothing.
About to say, this would at least seem to be the time to try some experimentation, just carefully. But you're not even doing that. You're just shutting everything down, which isn't going to help matters.
Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it.
Oh, thank God, someone actually trying to uncover some information here.
Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I gotta say, it's weird seeing this from the outside, isn't it, Kai?
I'm just trying to stop Giada from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
Yes, but the alternative is your entire settlement starves to death. You're kind of past the point of having to deal with this. Let me assist her, and I'll take her off your hands. I'll do my best to make sure nothing goes wrong.
I see you're unfamiliar with Animancy. You don't appreciate just how dangerous that could be.
No, I'm an Aedyran. Believe me, I'm well aware of the problems. That doesn't mean we shouldn't try. Also, I can't be the only one who's just noticed the camera angles that they're using for some of these conversations are very different than what they were at the beginning of the game. They're actually doing a good job of like framing the person's face. Like, compare it to say like Skyrim or since we want to make this comparison, Skyrim or Oblivion, where the NPC all too often just stares you dead in the eyes with no expression. Whereas this, you can actually see he's got some worry. His eyes are moving a little bit. His body language actually seems to feel like, yeah, he feels like he's terrified.
Are you going to tell
She's
him about
angry.
your family's basement?
He gets
Or
more
should
angry
I?
when he looks at her. This guy's looking concerned.
Dare
Oh.
you use that against me?
Hold on, what was his previous line? Are you going to tell him about your family basement, or should I? Oh, dear.
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart.
The family basement sounds really
Tearing
bad
our
out of context.
people
Yeah.
apart.
To be fair, it sounds bad in-universe, even with the context from the sound of it. I'll admit, I share some of the governor's doubts, but you're right. We can no longer afford a delay. From the sound of it, you've been dealing with this Dream Scourge longer than Paradise has. And it also hasn't done you any favors given the fact that you're the breadbasket of the region.
If I don't have your trust, I am determined to earn it.
To be fair, you're an Animancer, I'm an Aedyran. The fact that I'm not screaming at you and trying to kill you is already a sign that I trust you more than most of my countrymen.
Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giada.
Fuck you. Am I gonna have to step in with this?
I wasn't asking.
There we go.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Laudwin suddenly feels as if she should be extra angry with you. Oh, you just know she's gonna bring this up if we run into her at some point in this. If, like, you just know.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Mesiverno.
Wow, we're just... Okay. I'm liking you less and less, Vidaro. You're not making this easy for me to try and play both sides and try to work things through in this settlement without causing people to fucking kill themselves.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest Animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
To us? How many people in this town are actually gonna follow your orders, Governor, if your main answer to anyone trying to solve the problem is exile? You're making a mistake, Governor.
Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my Animancers.
They aren't your Animancers. Your father understood that.
Oh god, when you're making the Skay Knight sound reasonable.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Mesiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Might want to move fast. If he's declared you an exile, it probably won't be your house for very much longer. Oh no, why is it a cutscene? Oh no. Somebody gonna shoot me?
I'll find us another.
No? Yeah. So I guess that's gonna be our third companion, and I guess the Orlin is our fourth, so that means we'll have everybody. The Vidaro family mansion. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Let's take a look around first. Hello, I'm assuming you're here to stop me from going upstairs.
By tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
Oh, well, isn't that nice? Oh, interesting. Combination of both natural and animantic light sources. Don't usually see that in Valian territories. They usually go hard for the animantic solution to these things. This. Nope. Closed off. Governor, we need to continue our conversation with this. We're not done here. That opens that way. This opens, I'm assuming, out onto a balcony. Yep. Anything up there? Nope. And nope. All right. Okay, so he's in here. The Final Journal of Jonas. Tomorrow I become the effigy. Tomorrow I become Skane's embodiment upon Eora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. Oh, fuck. Oh, no, wait. This is the book. I thought this was his father writing to him. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I thought this was his dad, because his fucking, it said Final Journal, and I was like, oh my god, it's his dad. I was like, no, wait, his dad's name isn't that. Oh my god, there's Skainite Scripture, the Final Journal of Jonas. This one's a Hylean book. Yeah, Cloud Singer, Hylea, the Bird Queen. Animancy in the Modern Age. That's another one that we've read. Yep. This was the first... Right, this was the attempt to create, this was the attempt to raise someone from the dead. The Orochian Calendar, we've seen that one. 334 days of 27 hours each. Yep. Any more books? Also, his library does not look... Oh, that's weird. Why did the others disappear, but that one didn't? Ooh, I like the stained glass. I used to live somewhere that had some really nice stained glass portraits that were in the local church. That were really, really beautiful. You don't see that too often. I really like those. Giatta's agricultural report. My research points to one inevitable conclusion. The harvest will fail. Before you ignore me again, read on. Listen, my father spoke of a river of souls flowing through the island. The souls feed our crops and power our machines. We agree on that. What do you think happens when the river gets polluted? If you don't believe me, look at our own farms. The soil is hollow. It might even have the dream scourge itself. The time has come to break the bones of the living land and set them in a more agreeable fashion. It may be Fior Messiverno's only hope. We should discuss this in person. I'm confident you'll see reason. Best, Giata Castet. Okay, okay. Interesting. Do I want to keep talking to him or do I want to go downstairs? I'll go downstairs first. Oh, hold on. Open this up. Ooh. Hello. Bedroom key. Guy's not even paying attention to his stuff. Oh, the Valian breastplate +1. Oh, it didn't upgrade. So even though we have an exceptional item, oh, it didn't upgrade. Uh-oh. That's not good. Valian breastplate medium armor. Oh, this might actually be better than the one I'm currently using. Plus 2% damage reduction, which is nice. Plus 1 additional damage reduction. Plus 20% move speed. Oh. Think armor and weapon upgrades separately. Not sure. Well, I guess we'll find out. Hold on. Ooh. I kind of like the male better, but I'm willing to use this. Yeah, so that means we can... Yeah, I don't like Barbaric Roar. The 5% stamina regeneration is okay. But honestly, 20% move speed is really nice. And I think that will... Yeah, if that stacks with Arcanist boost, it means we're moving 30% faster. And the cod piece is ghastly. Let's look at it one more time to remember how horrifying this thing is. Somebody send that to Haravius. He's the only one I can think of who would ever want to wear something like this. Only one I can think of who would ever want to wear something like this. Please, never again. No. We're going with the Valiant breastplate. Each of these hauberks male ring... Oh, no. Wrong one. This one. The Rangers of Fior Messiverno are known for their distinctive armor. Although perhaps not the best attire suited for tromping through the wilderness, the armor's design is undeniably effective. Despite the extra chain and padding reinforcing the armor's weak spot, the armor does nothing to slow the wearer down. Emblazoned on the front of the breastplate is the symbol of Fior Messiverno, featuring the 5 stars of the flag of the Valiant Republics above a symbol representing the Wheel of Reincarnation in honor of the Animancers of the city. Haravius would take one look at it and laugh his ass off. Yes, but he would wear it. He would wear it and demand people to comment on it. Assuming he made his way out of the box. I believe he did. I have total faith in Haravius. He can handle anything that Whale can throw at him. So we're going to go ahead and stash these in the camp. Let's send those off. Blackwing gloves. Oh. Hold on. Gloves of the string. Nah, no. Definitely the Blackwing gloves. Definitely. Keep the gloves of the strangler, Blackwing gloves for the looks. The boots are fine. Don't need to change anything there. Don't need to change anything there. An ordinary bedroom key found in the governor's mansion. Is there anything else in here? Ignacy Vidaro's journal. I've sworn to the people, on my father's honor, that there is no dream scourge in the Emerald Stair. Well, that's just being delusional, my friend. Ravius would have been an MVP in PoE 1. He was. Hey. I can complain about druids all I want when fighting them, but both him and Takehu were MVPs throughout those games. No argument. If it exists, it cannot touch our lands. When I am alone at night, I must remind myself that promise again and again, even if I must scream it to these empty halls. Why do I feel threads pulling away from the fabric of my community while I strain to hold them together? It's the old man and his protege, or else my imagination, but probably them. Mother's condition isn't helping my cause. Neither does wine. Ooh. Oh, bathroom. Nothing in here, though. Wonder why druids go feral. Have you seen them short stack? I mean, Haravius certainly had some fun things to say about the various women we ran into in the first game, and Seraphin was no stranger to any of that in the second. All right, Governor, you don't want to tell me what's going on, and you were so quick to bring up Giada's basement. Let's find out what's in yours. Oh, it's just a bedroom. I thought it was.
I've got a powerful feeling we weren't supposed to see this.
He fucking knew. Ignacy, I write this in a rare moment of clarity. Before he left us, your father was a proud, stubborn, wonderful man. Let me offer you a word of advice on his behalf. Those who rule with power are destined to be overthrown by power. Those who rule with heart are destined to be cherished long after they are gone. I can feel the fog drifting back with my thoughts. Goodbye. Hopefully, not for long. Your mother, Estelle. Shimmering wings, gnashing teeth, chew through the dirt. Where are my hands, Ignacy? Where are my hands? My hands, my hands, my hands. Oh no, she's alive. She's just... Flower of Winter by Maxim Vidaro. The Valiant Republic swindled me out of the Songreta Ducala, denied me my born right to lead Sparento's government. I would not take such insults lying down. Skane was behind me all along, whispering into my ear, caressing my shoulders with skinless fingers. Together we sowed a revolution. Now you can actually taste the fruit it bore. I can only imagine the day Sparento awoke to discover the empty halls of academia, the pillaged libraries. Where did our brightest minds go? Where are the Animancers? They blamed me, yet they had no one to blame but themselves. We journeyed to this frontier in defiance of the republics. We remain because our community is a living revolution, proof that we can thrive without a golden chain about our necks. Oh, so he launched a revolution in Sparento, tries to seize control, gets kicked out, and claims that he's establishing a better version of the republics. Breathes heavily in his ears. Hey, you should ruin it for everyone else. Yeah. Why is she writing in all caps? She's clearly out of it. I mean, yeah, that is true. Can we actually...
No darkness. Only color. Maxim, where did you go? Ignacy. Where is Ignacy?
You know what? I don't think I'm going to get any answers out of the governor right now. We've only got a little bit longer for stream. I'm going to continue exploring. We will talk to the governor at a later date. And again, to be fair, there's not nearly as much of a city here. Much smaller, or at least much more spread out. The rest of the city is mainly outside the city itself. What's in here? Ooh. Hello. Up you open. There you go. Nothing there. 7th of Terestu. I've finally done it. I'm studying at the academy. My dreams come true. The equipment has far exceeded anything available to me at home. And the knowledge. My colleagues here are all brilliant. One has even offered me a great boon. Ali says he has a way of enchanting one's trousers to elevate one's performance in the bedroom. He says it's still experimental and I mustn't tell anyone, but he promises results. Perhaps I shall find a lover for keeps within this bastion of animancy and kindness. I am confounded. My colleagues snicker as I pass. Their laughter is undeniable. I do not understand. Have I committed some great faux pas? Hopefully they can forgive my ignorance. To-do list. Formulate plan to retrieve pants from atop Monto's animancy machine. Formulate plan to reclaim my honor. Extract revenge upon Ali. Perhaps try the essence enlarger offered in the town square. Oy vey. Well, that dipshit got tricked into doing something stupid with his pants. Oh, what? I thought I saw something. Nope, not over there. Alright. Oh, it comes out onto a balcony. Isn't that nice? You look important, but you're not saying anything or doing. That's just the building. We went there. We'll go down there eventually. What have we got? Is that a merchant?
Welcome to my finest step. Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor? The roads haven't been safe as of late.
Tell me about this.
Is that Gelarde? This is star metal. Very rare stuff. Where did you get this? Nay, don't tell me. I'd be tempted to go looking for some more, and that would certainly not end well.
I mean, we found it by some Zarips. I don't think the Zarips have more. What makes this metal so special?
Star metal is exceptionally dense. It weighs much more than one would think from its size. More fascinating, however, is that this metal is suffused with dormant essence. This makes it naturally susceptible to enchantment.
Could you do anything with it?
No. Unfortunately, I don't know how to work the metal into anything useful. Only enchant it.
Okay, so we're going to need to find a blacksmith to make the weapon. Then we're going to need to bring it back to him to get the enchant.
I did receive a shipment from Solace Keep recently, however. A mace crafted out of star metal, brought to me by a trader.
That's what I
from
figured.
Galloway's Tusks.
We're going to have to go to Solace Keep in order to get this thing handled.
I suggest you make your way there if you're looking for someone to work that beautiful metal into a proper weapon.
Galawain's tusks? Come on, it can't be that complicated.
Oh, we're gonna have to end up going there anyway, Kai, and you know it.
I bet you 5 skates a Smith and Thirdborn would know what to do with this stuff.
I'll take that bet.
And I'll take your money eventually.
We'll see about that, Kai.
Is there anything else I can help you with, amigo?
Do Animancers have much use for weapons and armor?
Nay, not really. But not all of us in Fjord are Animancers, you know. Besides humble craftsmen such as myself, we have the Rangers to outfit. Under normal circumstances, I'd not sell to a traveler like yourself. But as I'm sure you've seen, these are not normal circumstances. Care to see what I have?
So you're not an Animancer?
Officially no, but I have been known to dabble with essence infusion here and there. I have one such item for sale, actually. A beautiful...
Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that. Show me your wares. Yeah, we can't afford any of this shit. Oh, wow. Two-handed hammer, except bow, except arquebus. The lodestone. Interesting. What does it do? Power attacks deal low stun to nearby enemies and plus 20% stun. Hot damn. So yeah, that's a stun. Like, you could do a whole build around stun with just that. Fine great pistol, grenades. Got some exceptional armors, brigandine, breastplates, mail hauberks, scale armor. Okay, the exceptional scale armor actually looks kind of cool. A bonk build, yes. Gambison, fine plate, fine hauberk, lockpicks, hand him over. No food. Ooh, he has Awakened Dodger, but it is expensive. But these aren't. We can afford these. I mean, we're a little low on money, but we can afford these. Let's go with that. Thank you very much.
Welcome to my fine establishment, amigo.
And there is Hylea's Talon. Thank you. Springberries. Thank you. We definitely feel faster when we're running. That's for damn sure. Pop you open.
I had one job, and I couldn't even do that.
I guess this is the hangout spot for the locals, everybody. Ooh, take that, thank you. I'll take that, thank you. I'll take that. Adelaro, my love, I want to see you again. What about your patrol tomorrow night? The woods will give us some privacy. Don't breathe a word to Aina, though. She went straight to the captain last time. Ooh. Hello.
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The Animancers never know when to shut their mouths.
Could not survive in the living lands. I can't stand eating mushrooms. Funnily enough, I hate, and I do mean hate, cooked mushrooms. But I've had uncooked mushrooms. And honestly, I could eat them like a snack. They're like, the texture of cooked mushrooms makes me want to gag no matter how they're prepared. But uncooked mushrooms have like the exact opposite. They have like the perfect texture. They're a little earthy from a flavor perspective, but it's the texture that really sets me off. And it's weird that uncooked mushrooms are like almost perfect. It's really weird. And I was not expecting it the first time I had it. They also smell like a forest floor. I mean, that's kind of inevitable. They're mushrooms. They grow in, well, quite literally everything. Every town has its quirks. Believe me, I would know.
Sounds like you've traveled a fair bit. Although even by Fjord standards, tensions are at a breaking point.
See, it's amazing that they get a little bit more emotive out of the NPCs by just not having the camera centered on their face all the time.
Except Giata and Quilici, that is.
Show a little bit more of the torso, angle it down and to the left or to the right somewhat.
They are the only Animancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously.
You still get a little bit of it in the eyes. I think they could benefit from having the person blink a little bit more or have the eyes move a little bit more just to get rid of some of the uncanny valley effect. Not taking the Dream Scourge seriously is a mistake.
Try telling that to Vidaro and the Animancers. But the rest of us, we've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad, terror stalking the wilderness day and night.
I'm afraid that the stories are true. I've seen the Dream Scourge myself.
Birth's bells, of course. If Emerald Stair runs out of food, we are in dire straits anyway. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
Tell me about your place.
What are you fixing to know?
Oh, you got a little bit defensive there. I just want to know the little history about this place.
I opened the place after my brother cut me out of the family business years ago.
Ah, I mean, your last name is Brewer, so I'm assuming that you used to work in that industry back in the Republics.
I opened the Bone and Boar for all the customers he found undesirable. The rough types.
This guy's rolling his R's quite heavily, even by Valiant standards. Sounds like a classic sibling rivalry.
I suppose when you put it that way. My parents were the first owners of the gifted magpie. Mom was an Animancer, and the pa wasn't. They fought constantly. Because of that, my brother Hector hates conflict. It's ruined the magpie's business.
How so?
Visit the magpie and talk to him. You'll see what I mean. Now, is there anything else I can get you?
He is the romantic sort. Yeah. What have you got? He has lockpicks. Give them all. Hand them over. Tarloaf, Muddy, the Furian rice wine. 20% max stamina. That's not bad. Faintly sweet wine with notes of cheese and greens, made from a fermented rice harvested from the paddies around Fior Averno. So yeah, they're mainly growing rice. That makes sense. Mushroom cap. After a thorough examination that this fungus will not jump up and attack you. Most find this mushroom to be both savory and highly nutritious. It's still probably a good idea to wash it and give it a few extra stabs before consuming. Oh god, that would be horrifying. You pop a mushroom in your mouth and suddenly it's actually a sporling and it punches its way out of your face or something. God, that'd be horrible. And he's just got some regular stuff other than that. All right, all right. Oh, we picked up this turquoise. May as well sell that too. Thank you.
Welcome back, envoy.
You've spoken to the sentries lately?
They are like us, spread too thin.
The land's changing. If it's not my crops, it's the roots in my roof.
I will give it this. I feel like they had some trouble getting the actors to do the Valiant accents because I'm noticing a slight decrease in the voice acting quality in this area. There's a couple of voice actors like Gyara and the Governor who are pulling off really well, but some of the side characters like these ones and the ones we saw outside, they're having some issues pulling off that accent and still giving a decent performance.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Another troubled Fioran. Is everyone in the city miserable?
Not everyone has the ranger captain breathing down their neck. I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
A burden shared is a burden lifted. Please, tell me.
Well, I suppose the worst I can do at this point is waste your time. I'm Fidelio, Lieutenant Fidelio Sarat. I lead one of our ranger outfits. At least, for now, it is.
For now? Sounds ominous. No. Fior is in trouble if it can't support its rangers.
Are you kidding? They need us now more than ever. It's why we're stretched so thin. We were helping with the recovery effort until we hit a snag.
And?
My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds.
Oh, let me guess. And one of the rangers is related to somebody important.
I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
If you need them found, I'm willing to go look.
Praise Ilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once. But since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to...
Then why are you assigning them to the same missions? No. We've been diplomatic. They get to know each other.
I think they know each other very well.
Please, Lieutenant. We're both aware of what we're talking around right now.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern.
Dude, you should have, like, okay, so the problem isn't that you could easily have reassigned them to different partners, right? And then they would have to spend their off hours getting together rather than doing it while on assignment. This seems like a you problem a bit, buddy.
They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and
You don't have to explain yourself. I'd be worried about my charges and subordinates as well.
The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
2 young Nimdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
So that must have been, yeah, Aedyran and Belena. Yep.
What'll it be?
I figured that was who it was. All right, who's left? We talked to them. Don't you look like the rough and tumble types? You've got ranger armor, but you've got looks like some kind of protective armor, but it's not local guards. That's for sure.
That did not go as I had planned.
I bet it didn't.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Huh.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
I was to say, I don't think that's going to work out very well. Also, thank you for the rations. I'm going to need these later. Anything else in here? Oh, those peppers. Yeah. All right. Hello, Giada.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giada, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
Yeah, no, she's got the right idea.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
Ooh, am I going to have the opportunity to tell her about the mom? They've probably bumped heads a few times in the past. From the sound of it, yes. They've been doing this constantly. He's focusing on the wrong problems, I feel.
What does he know? He isn't even an Animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an Animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
You stuck to your principles. That's what matters. We need to focus on fighting the Dream Scourge. If we prove that you're right, he won't have much of a leg to stand on to keep you from coming back.
I wish I could take credit for Giata's stubbornness, but she learned that on her own.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms.
I am still in Aedyran. Don't go turning my campsite into some random, don't worry, this won't cause an explosion. 5 seconds later causes an explosion. Fucking experiment house.
The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
You talk like you have a personal vendetta against it.
In a way, I do. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
And here we see the usual Valian nationalism going on here, or at least Animancy-related nationalism.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about
An ambitious Animancer is a dangerous combination. Yeah, this could either go spectacularly well or spectacularly horribly.
I never expected to see an Aedyran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of Animancers.
Quite frankly, if it can stop the Dream Scourge, I'm more than willing to look past my biases.
How generous of you. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
As people keep reminding.
Sorry. I only bring it up because Animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind.
I'm more than willing to keep an open mind. I had more of an open mind before I saw that you guys were using undead laborers en masse in your farms.
While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Are you alright?
I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior Messiverno. Forever.
At least she's not Osira. Is that the Animancer we ran into in the first game in the basement of the guy's castle? Again, Lord Brownbear, I'm horrible with names to begin with, And I'm trying to rack my brain of 200 hours of CRPG that we played between the two games. Nothing really ends. Think of it as a new beginning with hopefully new friends.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be all right. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
How are there even squirrels here, Marius? Never mind. Knowing the living lands, the squirrels here probably look like normal squirrels, but in reality, they're like blood-sucking carnivores that hunt in packs or something.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution.
The funny thing was, Asira was the closest to the truth regarding what was going on. Yep, she was. I still don't feel bad about killing her, but she was right.
Today, that changes. I need help from the Animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
So it's a professional consultation we're after. I think I can handle that.
Glad to hear it. Your education should come in handy.
Radric would have killed her the moment he found his wife's kid anyway. Yeah, I think he was already contemplating it, quite frankly, given the discussion that we had with him.
Monto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks.
Oh God, tell me that's not the two I ran into in Paradise.
Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
Well, before we go that far, what's your theory on the Dream Scourge?
I'd rather not speculate until we have more data. If you have questions, I'm sure the others can answer them.
Listen, unless you can somehow embed a live cannon into an undead ogre, I don't want to hear it. Undead ogre would be an interesting fight. I wonder if we'll encounter one.
We're about to make history. But first, research.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
I mean, how else do you think I got my education, Kai? Ecology of the Living Lands by Arthur Castell. No one can explain why the living lands naturally grows and thrives in an unnatural manner. We've seen plant life consume mountains overnight, creatures tall enough to knock over trees, and beneath it all, a potent river of wild essence. Civilization has not found a stable foothold in the living lands. Whenever we try, there's some kind of reprisal, almost as if the island knows how to shrug us off. I mean, that... I say interesting, but really I just mean that's just expounding more on what we already know. But it is interesting nonetheless to see it. Parchment is slightly singed, as if someone held it over a fire and considered burning it. We've made a breakthrough. For the first time, the device successfully gathered essence into the Aedyran core. I credit the interlocking rings a design of our colleague took from ruins across the sea. She believes the rings pull essence out of the surroundings, as wild current pulls dust or wind currents pull dust or pollen. Though I am troubled by what this implies, when we use animancy to mimic a natural process, we get better results. Why? Huh. Actually, that is a good question. I imagine it would have to do with the fact that animancy relies on the usage of essence.
We'll get thrown out of the pub.
And that since essence is the raw stuff of creation, by working directly with essence, you're essentially working directly with the forces of creation. And what the fuck is down here? Stop where you are. The Castell family laboratory is closed to the public and hazardous to life. Nothing in here is worth dying for. There is no research or renown to be discovered, only danger we still do not understand, which may yet linger even in the absence of life. It is important that you understand my parents were the greatest animancers who ever lived, and they did not leave this place the way they entered. What happened to them can happen to you. Oh. Well, we'll definitely have to come back here at some point, but I'm guessing we can't get in. Yeah, Kiada's basement key. That's what I thought. Interesting. Everybody in this town's got a secret. Oh. Hello. Ooh. Common Grimoire of Elements. We can break that down. Kiada's Journal. Okay. The crop shortage is the perfect opportunity to test my family's research, but of course I'm getting nowhere with Ignacy. He has the town wrapped around his finger. You'd think a community of free-thinking animancers would embrace a little innovation, but no, not even to save their lives. What would my mother have done? Though I suppose I don't need to ask. Perhaps I can succeed where she failed as soon as I gather the courage to enter the lab someday, not today. I'll bet you anything they tried to tap into the main source of essence in the Living Lands, and they fucked it up. The Metaphysical Frontier by Cordella Castell. Nature as we know it is ours. We dam its rivers, we cut down its forests, but the metaphysical world, the nature next door, is the true prize. When we break down the spirit world like a stubborn horse, the possibilities are endless. Today we grow crops, tomorrow's souls. Ah, interesting. So they might have been onto something with, much like how we saw the conversation with Helia and Wodaka. Something in the Living Lands might be able to kickstart the wheel again, and properly this time. Preferably without the gods fucking everything up in the process. Hello. Giada, are you well? Ever since I moved away, I heard only rumors about what happened inside the walls of Fiora Mesiverno. Rumors alone are cause for concern. They say you've been starting fights with the governor, stirring unrest in the workshop, turning animancers against each other. I adore you too much to believe such nonsense, most of it anyway. But allow me to give you a word of advice. There's a pattern to this behavior, even if you think there isn't. You believe that your ambitions are being held back, so you hold them back further by alienating everyone in reach, and thus prove your own point. Trust me, I know from experience, as did your mother. Be careful that you don't hurt yourself in this crusade to prove that you're right. Come and visit me sometime, put aside your worries and clear your mind. Silvo misses you. Elia. Oh, this is from the necromancer outside I guess technically she's not a necromancer, but the animancer outside. Giada, once our patrol is over, a few of the rangers are grabbing drinks at the Bone and Boar. Would you care to join us? Of course, I understand if you're busy. The offer still stands. It doesn't have to even be one of the other rangers. It could just be the two of us sitting and talking. Well, now I've said too much. You get the idea. Best of luck with the experiment. So yeah, I'm getting very much the vibe that everyone in her life has tried desperately to get her to be like, hey, you don't have to give up your ambitions and play nice with people. You just have to learn how to balance it. And Giada has ardently refused to do that. Like, she's not a bad person, but she's very much not a people person. Stylish, welcome. So they just have a surplus of essence in the air. Not necessarily in the air. They are working on gathering it from the air, but it looks like most of the essence is found in the ground, which makes sense given the nature of the Living Lands. We make that jump. Hold on. Oh. Aha! Thank you. That's hair. Nice. I wonder if move speed actually does increase your jump distance. Oh, wait. I hear something. Hold on. Aha! Gimme. There. Nothing over there from the looks of it. Can't reach that far. Might be able to get that one. Oh, hold on. And up. And up. Ah! Oh. In we go. Oh, hi.
Have you heard? Giata's causing trouble at the governor's mansion again.
You must admit she has a point. We should do something
Oh.
with the Dream Scourge. Not simply wait for it to...
Dear Len, Lengrath, you would love it here. The Living Lands is quite the vacation spot. Even the small mushrooms are as large as giant mushrooms. They remind me of Maura, poor sad Maura and her mushroom-riddled face. Oh, I haven't met any dragons yet, but I will let you know the instant I do. Then we can both have dragons. Oh god, Tane with a dragon horrifies me. Don't let that happen. Animancy is so much fun. One of the locals sat me down in front of his machine and told me that my soul is shaped like an orb. Can you believe that? I offered him a signed copy of my famous spell, Kane's Chaotic Orb, but he said no thanks. His loss, right? Do you still have that locket I gave you? Whenever you're feeling lonely, don't forget to open it and think of me, and maybe write back. Your friend, Tane the Archmage, author of Tane's Chaotic Orb. Stupid Len hates when I talk about myself, and when I call her Len, and everything about me. But I will get on her good side, even if it kills me, which it might, if the Living Lands doesn't kill me first. Oh, Tane.
Careful with that kind of talk.
Animancy for farmers. Farming in Emerald Stair is both simpler and more complicated than other lands, and it's important to understand why. Animancy is the art of soul manipulation. As we sit atop a rich vein of soul essence, the Animancers work miracles of healing, personal enrichment, research, and agriculture. The machines around Fiora Mesiverno tap into the flow of essence and use it to give life to the soil. So yes, they're ambiently collecting essence from the ground and redistributing it into the soil and plants to enhance their farming. It's literally soul fertilizer. Don't touch the machines or disturb any Animancers at work. Don't ask questions about what they do or how they do it. If you get sick, someone might escort you to the ruins of Western Town for observation and final rites if necessary. And some of the farmhands might not draw breath. Beyond that, it's business as usual.
The governor has ears all over town.
Obviously, you two don't want to talk to me then. Hello, everybody. Don't mind me. Okay, so that's actually the door in here. You don't want to say anything. Fine. don't want to say anything. Fine, fine. Nobody talk to me. See if I care. A Dangerous Legacy by Arthur Castell. Fiero Messeverno is a dangerous legacy. We exploit the land for our riches, but our way of life is only a generation old. Our children will inherit an ecosystem they barely understand because we barely understand it. Despite our success, I worry. The Animancers who planted these seeds will not be the ones who harvest whatever grows. Okay, so at least somebody was thinking of the long-term consequences. Is there no way down from in here? It seems weird. Maybe it's down this way. Ha!
Would you care for a refreshment? If you are looking for sanctuary,
oh, this is
you have found it. The Gifted Magpie is a house of calm, rational discussion.
So does he like Belinda? Does he lament not being friends with her? Given Tane, how we interacted with him in the previous game, he just strikes me as a guy who just wants to be friendly with everybody. It's just that he's also a nepotistic frat boy who's a bit of an ass.
We have only 2 rules of conduct. Maintain dignity and speak in a soft tone of voice.
Unironically, Tenwin, yes, he wants to be bros with everybody. And he doesn't... I think intellectually he knows the other Archmages are not like that. But he doesn't... He either doesn't care or thinks he can change it. What is that smell?
Cloves, cinnamon, and anise are just a few of the remedies that help foster a peaceful environment. Animancers are miracle workers, but their work breeds obsession, rivalry, and bitter disagreement.
He's both the safest and the most dangerous Archmage at the same time. Yep, because Tane's Chaotic Orb is one thing. If he starts developing spells that are intentionally designed to fuck with people at the scale that he seems to be capable of, he will be a very, very dangerous opponent to anyone, including other mages. I guess you see a lot of Animancers around.
Their anxiety keeps me in business.
Okay, fair enough.
This tea house is where troubled minds come to approach problems from a quieter angle.
Nah, Lord Bramberg, you're not thinking squicky enough. Not implosion, no, because then you wouldn't see much. Think more Tane's chaotic organ rearrangement. Imagine that your liver suddenly appears where your brain is supposed to be. I suppose that might be why Animancy is so unreliable. Everyone's fatigued.
Imagine what we could accomplish if more Animancers took a little time to focus on themselves.
I don't like how this guy talks. Like, the way he's trying to do the whole, I'm talking very slowly and calmly. And it's just kind of annoying.
Now, will there be anything else?
Why is this place called the Gifted Magpie?
Believe it or not, this building was once my father's grain warehouse. One day, a magpie landed on the rafters and spoke fluent Valian to anyone who would listen.
All right, I'll play along. What did it say?
Among other things, it told my father the recipe for a blueberry tart. Popular item until the recent troubles.
Tane's botched BBL. Oh, good lord. Automatic precision. Yeah, Tane would come up with something like that, wouldn't he? Oh god, imagine him doing that to an Orlan. Oh god. Imagine, god, that, oh. No, I can feel that on my skin and I hate it. Ah.
Helia is the goddess of birds and creativity. Yes, the spiritual significance of a talking magpie is debatable. But the tale inspired others to make this a haven of creativity. And so, here we are.
I really don't like your voice. I'm sorry. What happened to the magpie?
Who knows? Either it flew away on bad business, or it was just a metaphor to begin with.
Also, he has some of the worst lip syncing we've seen so far.
A good story knows where to end itself. The bad ones all end in grief.
Can I order some tea?
Regrettably, we are out of tea. My stockpile is exhausted, and the harvest has not kept up with demand. We have other goods for sale, if you care to peruse them. Trinkets I have collected over the years.
Really? No tea in a tea house?
The fields have been unproductive of late, and what grows has not risen to our standard. I am hopeful that this is a temporary setback and not a sign of things to come.
Well, let me see what you have regardless. Electric lily seed, forgotten soul pods, a fine robe, war mage's bracers, 15% shock damage and 10% essence cost reduction. Not bad, not bad. You have lockpicks? You do not. That's a shame. You do have spring berries though, and they're cheap. I mean, he has some Merc Brew. It's not tea, but it certainly doesn't seem the worst. Red Saren figs. Huh. I'll go ahead and buy the spring berries. They're only 15. May as well give the guy some business. Let's take that. All stone. Hold on. There's... Oh, there it is. One fruit. And this leads us... Wait. Hold on. Oop. Oh, bounty board.
And all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the living lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim.
Nice. What is your role exactly in Fior Messiver?
Officially, I'm one of the many researchers here. My specialty is in the anatomy of the many species of Eora.
Ah. So why are you here instead of researching?
If you must know, Vulpinet, these bounties are more pressing than my research. Someone had to be chosen to man the board.
Well, don't worry. I'll try to do my best to get them cleared as rapidly as possible. Not today, though. We're almost out of time.
Happens to be me. At least some of these bounties result in interesting specimens to study.
Well, then I'll return when I have some.
I hope to see you soon.
I don't remember having seen that. Oh, good luck. Okay. All right, what have we got? Beldareno. Given for killing the Earth Blight, Beldareno. A number of rangers and settlers perished in a natural disaster. Now their souls are bound together in agony, incarnated within the Blight. Put them out of their misery. Okay. That'll finally get us some primal Earth.
Please bring them peace, Saimiko.
Need to go pick up groceries. See you later. See you later. We're just about to finish up, Lord Boundbear. I'm gonna grab these quests and then we'll probably be finishing up. The Trantons. Reward will be given for killing the notorious Tranton bandit gang located in the Western Forest. These outlaws are responsible for a number of raids on outlying farms. Someone needs to ensure that these raids end for good.
Oh, the Trantons. A bunch of butzos, if you ask me. But they are dangerous, I'll admit. Watch yourself out there.
Old Nuna. Reward will be given for killing an ancient and dangerous bear that has taken up residence within the grotto. Some citizens familiar with the region's history recognize the bear as Old Nuna, a beast responsible for the death of many rangers.
Be careful with Old Nuna. I have a theory that her longevity and hardiness are due to an inordinate suffusion of essence.
And a Delimgon. Reward will be given for killing a group of Delimgon within the Western Forest. They've been acting more aggressively lately, attacking rangers on patrol and researchers in the field.
Ah, those Delimgon. They are not evil, it is just in their nature to push back against the expansion of civilization. Still, survival of the fittest and all that, eh?
Yep. Alicia's Dispatch. Wanted. Sansa? Oh, Sansa, a cartographer in Paradis, has reported his assistant Flekia missing in the Emerald Stair. A reward will be offered for the return of Flekia's cartographic notes. Below is her last correspondence posted to provide clues to her whereabouts. Ah. Good day to you, Sansa. I hope this letter finds you well. I am pleased to report new progress on my charts in the Emerald Stair. I've taken up near a curious ruin that the locals call Nakutadek, sorry. Godless, perhaps, I will note it. Such architecture I have never seen. I know I should be diligent and focus on my work, but I cannot help worrying that my presence here is a burden. Though the Fjordans welcome me warmly, it's clear that they've fallen on hard times. I hope to finish quickly. I am yet another mouth to feed. Kind regards, Flekia. Interesting. And lastly, Zarips. Reward will be given for killing the Zarips that have taken up residence at the abandoned farms northwest of Fjord. If those farms are ever to be reclaimed, the Zarips will need to be driven away. All right. So that has gotten us pretty much everything that we were looking for in here. There is... we do need to consult with Montno before we leave, and everything else is outside. So we're going to finish up. Go ahead and save. I I think we made pretty good progress today. We'll have everything set for our long stream on Sunday to go do everything else that's in this area. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got plenty of shit to do. We're going to have a fun time with this. All right. Let me go ahead and mute this. Let's go see if we can find somebody to raid real fast. Hopefully there's somebody that I actually recognize and not just random nobodies who I mean, I don't feel bad about raiding into smaller people. I just sometimes it feels weird raiding into someone who's like only playing Avowed and that's the only thing I know about them. Let me see here. Let me see here. Anybody up and running right now? No one that I'm following, so let's just look for who's playing Avowed. I mean, a lot of people are. Holy shit. I always feel, I don't know. I always feel weird doing raids. Like, part of me wants to just raid into people that I watch, but most of those people are fucking huge. And it always feels weird raiding into that. I don't know. God, there's a lot of people playing Avowed. Holy shit. I just keep strolling and it just keeps going on Avowed, people playing Avowed. Holy crap. Ah, screw it. We can raid into somebody bigger. We can raid into somebody bigger. Oh, Lucy is playing. Lucy is one of my favorite content creators. She's kind of part of the reason I even got into VTubing. So we're just going to raid into her, provided she lets me. Yay, the button worked. All right, we're going to raid into Lucy. Looks like she's playing Kindergarten. Oh, I've seen this on YouTube. It's kind of a horror game almost with how badly it is. Just a little pixel game. I understand if you guys leave shortly after getting there, but thank you for joining me for the raid. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you all have a glorious rest of your day, and I will see you on Sunday for 6 more hours of Avowed. I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good one.